Oh, wait. Mine's all messed up.
We were live.
Hello, everybody. I'm on the camera.
We're live.
We are live.
I'm. You said I'm not even going to do the intro. I didn't even look up, and I said, "Oh my God, where are we live?" And what then?
Hello. Wait, guys.
Okay.
I'm
She
on. I'm
has a
live.
phone call. I don't even know if
Bye.
anybody. We just got the notice that we're live. Live from New
We
Jersey
are
and
live.
Southern
That was
Louisiana.
that was my daughter, who should know that I am live.
It's Dawn and Suzy live
Peanut
from
butter.
the doghouse. Are your dogs around? Let's take.
Mm.
Let's see. Well, there's Precious.
You know what she
Hi.
is on my lap all the time.
She's your lap rug.
She is
Oh,
like
no, they have lap blankets.
she is like the total.
Look at the cute little face. You got a little cute face.
She
Oh,
needs to be groomed so bad.
pinch it in the cheeks.
I'm
Wait,
gonna give her peanut butter.
let me look at the chat. Is anybody here?
No, not yet. They must
I
be
was
still
gonna
in.
say, oh, I see two comments. It's me and you.
Yeah. Yeah, Johnny was he promoted us a couple times.
That's very nice of Johnny. Hi,
Yeah, it is.
Johnny. You're not here, but hi.
Yes.
Maybe you're here
Thank you,
listening.
Johnny, for the shout out every week. It is
I
very
don't.
common,
I don't
very,
even
very
know.
cute of you.
See, you can see
I'm
the
gonna
head.
mute my phone because
People gonna call you. Well, I
the
have a
time.
feeling I seem to only get phone calls from my my local friends during our broadcast. Otherwise, they never bother. And she
Ah,
even said, "What day is that? What day is that?" And even so, no, she doesn't. People don't even understand that somehow on Messenger, when I get like a Messenger or even message, it kind of kicks
uh-huh.
me. It could kick me off this.
Right,
So.
right. I don't know why I'm like to the side today. I
You know
just
what?
want to
I
be.
have to say, I'm sorry, turtles, that I really love a plastic straw. But when I go to a restaurant or if I go out in public and I have a beverage and they hand me a paper straw, I get like noticeably disappointed. I mean, I'm like, oh, like my whole mood changes. I'm
Right.
sorry. Who would think that something so little
That's
as
strong.
a straw would
Right.
ruin my whole day? And I
Hashtag
feel like
Coke Zero.
I love turtles, but why are they so stupid that they keep inhaling straws anyway? I don't get it. It's like it's like I feel bad for them.
You
But
don't throw your straw in the ocean, so
I don't throw my straws in the ocean, not even close. But why are they inhaling straws? Then someone will say they're trying to eat it and it gets shoved up their head. I don't know. I feel bad
you
for
know, I
them.
watched the video of them pulling a straw out of one's nose,
I did
and it was
too.
really sad. It was
It
real
is
sad.
really sad, but you know what? It doesn't. I feel like people are going to start bashing me in the head with a turtle fin or a turtle shell because I like plastic straws.
Well,
But
speaking of straws, I was so excited that
oh,
person bought the 3 packs of straws on my eBay store, and I freaked for a day because I couldn't find them, and then we found them, and
I'm going to tell you, I like I said, hey, you know what? You know what's good about a straw though? If you have on crappy lipstick like I just put on, the lipstick goes on the straw, not the glass.
it goes in the straw, right?
You know,
Mine's
Tony
on my
said
bottle.
there was a joke on one of these stations. Oh, I think it was the not there was the odd couple, I think. And
Uh
he
huh.
said he got a glass with lipstick. He goes, I'm gonna die of disgust. And so every time Tony sees lipstick on a glass, he's, he's so sad.
Oh no, poor
And I'm
Tony.
like,
Poor
isn't
Tony.
that disgusting? You kiss me.
I know, right? Oh
Really?
God, that is
Is
so
lipstick
funny.
that girl? You know, when I want to, it's just funny when things are on the right spots, like your
Uh
hair
huh.
or your eyelash or lipstick. If it's on your lips, it's fine. Somehow, when it travels to like a glass, it's like completely disgusting. Your hair, people could say you have the most gorgeous hair in the universe. If that hair falls into your food, you're like, "Ugh," you know. I'm
Oh,
like, oh,
and speaking of hair, I made my hair appointment so
oh,
that
your
I
hair
have
looks so
nice,
pretty
decent,
now, actually.
decent hair for the wedding. So it'll be 2 weeks before the wedding.
Well, it looks really pretty now. But I
Thank
know
you.
I can understand what you're saying.
Greg, how are you this morning? Billy
Hey,
Flipper.
Craig and Philly Flipper.
Hey
Hey,
guys, how y'all doing this morning?
how are you?
Why
Hey,
is it not
Paul.
showing?
We used to say, my name's not Paul, that's between y'all. When people were having a fight and you didn't want to get involved.
Oh my goodness. So what's up, you guys? Hey, Jessica.
Hi, Jessica.
John's
How
show
are
must
you?
be over. Everybody's watching.
What? Oh.
Jessica, did you have a good
Silly.
birthday, hon?
You didn't ask me. Tony
No,
asked
Paul.
me.
She's still not married.
He said
Next month.
marrying me, not marrying him. You never proposed. All these guys are coming out of the woodwork and they're saying, hey, I was single for so long. Everybody had the chance. I sat home a lot of Saturday nights miserable, but nobody was around. Nope, nope, nope.
Greg
And
said,
then
"Good,
I,
he remembered." Well, we're glad you remembered. I hope
you
you're talking
remember,
about the
I'm
show.
glad I remembered today. That's
Yeah,
the
well,
thing.
I can't remember, Greg, if you were here last week, but on the show live, I had to wake up Susie. She was in bed
Oh,
snoring because she was on TikTok the whole night before. How
yeah,
about that?
I'm a new TikTok. But
Where
I'm
I
TikTok
am
famous.
on our list below TikTok. Just want you to know. So
No, you're
we
just
put
on
it
at a
up
different
there.
time. I They say you're TikTok famous if you have over a
Oh,
thousand
Paul says
followers.
he's buying the ring now.
Well, you better hurry,
Well, it's got to be
because
big, Paul. It's got to be
four,
the ring. It's got to be a ring bigger than what she has now.
you better
So
hurry because in
good for him.
4 weeks we already booked a play. We've only paid for
So
the
Paul, if you
actual.
get
We've
paid for
only
the
paid
rest of this after
deposits.
the reception, she may consider you.
Don't tell Tony, but like we've only put deposits down on a few things. We haven't paid for much of anything yet. I can get out of it pretty cheaply. No, it's
Why do all my children call me?
right when you're live. Oh boy, I don't
Let me
know.
send them a.
Well, that's it. Like you're putting out energy into the universe that, I want to hear from
Oh,
you, but I want to hear from you, but it's not on the phone.
right,
It's come over here and watch us.
right,
So
right.
they come running,
Hop on
but
the
like,
live, and then you can
hey,
talk
look,
to
I'm wearing
me.
my headset. It's like it's bone induction. It
Cool.
ruins my hair look, but I feel like
Your
it's
hair
like
looks.
a lot nicer than the one that looks like, do you want fries with that? Would you like fries with that?
Mm-hmm.
I used to be a Mick robot. I worked at McDonald's
Oh,
when I was 14. That
I
was my
think
first
that's one of.
experience.
I've never worked there. I've never
Your
worked there.
first?
I worked at Sonic.
Okay. Well, when I worked at McDonald's, I don't remember if I was in junior high or what, but I used to ride my bicycle there and lock it up. And I had the day shift, and I was 14. And my manager used to lean on me, really lean on me. And I would be like, why is this guy so close to me? And he had a van. And he said, I'm putting you on the night shift. And I said, I can't work the night shift. I'm a kid, I have to go home.
Right, right,
And
right.
and he said,
Precious. Good
I go,
morning.
anyway, he ended up saying, I'll drive you home in my van. And I'm like, I'm not getting in that van. Something told me if I got in that van, it would be a miserable experience. Hey, Susanna, how are you? I don't hear Dawn anymore. Is she frozen? Let me go look.
Right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I don't know. You hear me now?
Yeah,
Can
I
you?
hear two phone, like Greg can relate to the phone ringing when you don't want it to happen.
Right,
Yeah, he was such a prick
right.
manager.
Yeah,
It was, the first time I'm punching a time card and the guy's all, I felt like this is my introduction to the working
she's right
world,
about
sexual harassment
that.
at 14. And he
How's it
always
going,
leaned on
Susanna?
me. I didn't do it. It took me off the schedule. And the day manager said, what's going on? Why are you off the schedule? And I said, I didn't want to say it, but it's like, I think I, I think I ratted him out saying, I can't work at night. I have to ride my
Right.
bike. I'm not riding it through the streets of the Bronx. And
Mom knows says what a prick manager.
I agree. And he was, and that was the end of my career. My career at McDonald's as a Mick robot. And if y'all stopped by, I might have given you extra French fries. But they hated when I did
No, you wouldn't have
that.
because you wouldn't have known.
I'm just
My
saying.
husband and his friend used to come when I worked at Sonic. They would come there and they would throw crap on the ground because they knew I had to pick it up. Such
Oh, I'm
but
my mouth open, like, like you don't have enough to do. Schlepping food to
right.
people's
Not
cars.
and it wasn't throw stuff on the ground and watch me pick it up. It was like throw stuff on the ground and they left.
And
They thought it was
those were
funny.
prick friends. I have to
They were.
say.
And I married him, so go. Hey.
Oh, shit. That was Gary who did that?
Yes,
No.
Gary and his
Oh
friend did that.
my. Oh, you shouldn't have married him. I
And still
would
married
have married.
40 years later. So
I know, but
I guess he made
oh,
up for
is
it.
he still putting stuff, throwing stuff on the
No, he knows better now. Oh my
Oh man,
goodness.
that's horrible. I swear that would have been such a turn. I would have been so pissed. I would have been throwing it at their car window. I'd be like, "Here, I'll show you what's good. Try this chocolate shake." Like,
Right,
and
right.
but that's me.
Crazy.
That's the Bronx in me getting back. I would have been like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'd get fired really quick on that job."
I have a question.
Okay.
Those was on his channel that we're talking about shipping. So for you resellers out there, are you guys having trouble with shipping cost being not right? Because I'm not really having a problem. The only time I have a problem that it's not right is if I put the weight under what it is, and I that happens sometimes because I sell glass, and I'm not going to pre-pack everything.
I'll tell you,
Now, mine wants to know.
I had a problem like about 4 times. And I had problem once where I underestimated, but I had a problem twice where I put like about an ounce too much, and
Mhm.
they sent me like about like a couple of pennies of credit. And the
Okay.
time that I was under, they charged me. It all came out in the wash. Like I didn't have to.
Yeah. Susanna said she's having problems, and she said UPS is so bad. I rarely ship UPS.
Yeah,
Basically, if I sell something in a blue moon on Macari, because I'll put whatever's cheapest on there.
I don't
But
let people choose that anymore.
usually, and it's not. I mean, it's around the corner from my shop, so it's not bad. But if I miscalculate my shipping by like 2 pounds, 3 pounds to California, it could be pretty bad. But if
Yeah.
it's usually to Florida or Texas, I do sell a lot to Texas, which that's not bad because they're pretty close. So it doesn't go up. But right. So I mean, usually if it's off, it's my fault that I didn't calculate right. But I know some people were saying they were having trouble. So I was just taking, curious minds wanted to know. Just checking.
Hey, MKT. I just want to say hi to everybody individually. Hi, G. How's it going? Greg, nice to see you. Philly's probably gone. I think he does the drive-by hi. He's like, hi, bye. Even,
Susanna said she even went to Staples. They did everything for her, and it came back and said it was more money. I had one recently, but
that's
it
disappointing.
may have been my fault. And Mom knows said the other day she sold a plush for $18 on eBay. The customer to use free pickup, but lived in
Hi, good
Midwest,
morning.
and she's in California. Wow. He offered to pay for shipping, but then had to cancel the order. Yeah, stuff like that. Hey, Amy. Hey,
Hi,
Renee.
Amy. Hi, Renee. How's it going?
I don't know. It gets crazy, but
Yeah,
it's
I don't know
hard
why
because
they would have let.
I give away my item and then I add 2 pounds to cover for all the paper I'll stick in there and the
That's kind of good advice because the scale
yeah,
I have is often off. Even when I put it down one way and then I turn it sideways and I weigh it again, it sometimes is a pound difference. And I don't understand why it should be a pound difference by turning it from the bottom to the side,
right.
but it is.
I don't know.
I
Mom
guess I
knows
need a better
unless
scale.
uh unless maybe accidentally you hit pick up on there, but they shouldn't have hit it knowing that they was unless they were going to take a road trip.
Well,
I mean, I don't know why
can you,
they would have
I never,
chose that.
I want to ask this question. I've never sold on the well, I've tried to, but I never actually completed a sale in the marketplace. And back then, it was only pickup. They didn't offer shipping. So, can you give both options? Because if somebody lives around the
I can
corner,
offer two options, but only on the computer. You can't do it on the phone.
ah, well, I don't ever look at Facebook on my computer, so that
Hmm.
would be hard.
Hmm.
But I guess if I was going to list some stuff,
I'm sorry. I was talking about eBay, but yeah, I think you can offer two on Facebook. You can do
I would.
shipping or pickup.
I mean, I don't know how it do they try to get a cut now? Because back in the day, they weren't even charging for the
I don't
listing.
know. I only do local pickup on Facebook now. So, hey, Terrence, welcome.
That's what I want to do.
Let me give you a wrench. Renee, I
Hi,
just gave you a
Terrence.
wrench.
Oh wow, I'm hearing stuff
This,
coming back on the through the
I
through the
think it's
microphone.
Tom. Hang on. Thomas, can you lower your phone a little bit, baby?
Oh, it's
Or
him.
Sean, whoever it is.
Use a
My son's
headset.
watching.
He could just come inside the room and hang out with you.
Well, I know Sean wouldn't, but Thomas would come.
Hey, Tom. Thomas. TJ. Jessica, I sent
Oh,
you an email. I She said she never got the email that I sent. I feel bad.
aw.
You know, I'm very,
She had a birthday, so
yeah, I
happy
sent you a
belated
birthday card.
birthday.
Happy birthday. I
Oh,
know you said
Terrence,
you didn't
thank
get it.
you.
I
You're
feel
so sweet.
bad. That's sweet.
And to catch you up to par, Terrence, just in case you don't know, Susie's getting married in a month. So we often talk about the wedding, which seems like it's been
Oh,
going on for so long.
I know. Well, I've been trying to get married since 1919. I mean, 2019. I made myself 100 years old. No, I
Oh,
mean not
Jennifer
100.
said
But it
she's in a doctor's appointment.
okay.
Mom knows on offer up, they just ask, did you sell your item? So you don't have to answer though. Oh, okay.
I got engaged. I think I got engaged. Well, I think he gave me the ring in around 2015. I think that we got engaged around, did we get engaged around 2018, 2019? I'm not sure. It took a while for him to realize that the engagement ring meant we were going to get married. He thought it was just a commitment ring. He thought it was like a placeholder. He bought me a ring so that I wouldn't date other guys. No, I mean, I was loyal from day one. I mean, once we started our official, like once it became not a meetup meeting, like once I said, I'm stammering. I asked him, would you not date other people while we date? And I'll not date other people. So we'll take ourselves off of, the dating sites. And he said yes. And once he said yes, I thought that's a very good sign. And we saw each other every Saturday night since we met. So we obviously hit it off. And, so I thought it's going really well.
Mm-hmm.
It felt great.
Right.
Like let's just get married at some point.
Right.
But it took him a
Awesome.
while
Bye,
for it to sink.
Jessica.
Bye. He said it had to sink in. Thank you. He said it had to kind of sink in his head because he wasn't really thinking about getting married. He had been married before, and like once he got a divorce, and once the previous wife had passed away, and then he had a girlfriend who he was dating for a while, and she moved away. She moved to another state, and he stayed in New Jersey because he loves New Jersey. And anyway, when he met me, I said, well, I wasn't, it's not like my life goal to get married, but I
Mm-hmm.
want to have a life partner for, to get old with, and I want to be in love. I want a loving relationship. So
Right.
that is important to me. And I want it to be monogamous. That's the truth. I'm not interested in I don't want to have to be thinking what someone's doing when they're not around me.
Right. Exactly.
Loyalty is
Right.
super important. And he was very dependable. And when people would ask me what I liked about him, I go, well, he's very dependable. And he said I sound like an Oldsmobile. What the? I was describing him like a car. Like he always shows up. He's dependable. I'm
Right.
like,
So true, Terrence. That is very true. He says sometimes it just takes a while.
it took so long for me to find the right guy that I kept saying, now that we're finally going to get married, we're practically dead. So it's like, I'm sorry, but
You're
I'm
not.
60 years old and it's like we're living in dog years now, I feel. It's like the countdown, the final countdown. We're senior citizens pretty much. And so I'm like,
Thank you, Terrence.
why did
She's
you,
right.
it's like, why are we waiting till we're practically like in a senior citizen home? All right, well, anyway, it'll
Be
be a
far
senior
from that,
citizen
girl.
home no matter what, because we're old.
Your house will be one. Your house will be one.
Hi.
Well, she will quit hitting me with her ear. You see her?
No, let's see what I have. Oh, this is a dog butt. I thought this nice dog would give me the head.
That's right,
Turn
Terrence. She's
around.
6 years young.
Here, show me some face. We don't want to see your butt. This is Roxy's
You're
nose.
right, Greg. Greg says it does
Oh,
feel like dog years the older we get. That is so true.
yeah.
So true.
I'm 60 years young,
Yeah.
and sometimes I feel 30, and sometimes I feel 75. So, it
Right.
works out.
Well,
Oh,
I'll
wait.
be I'll be 59 this year, next month.
There,
Ooh.
there's the Norton. There's the Norton.
I have
Hello.
to keep asking Jared how old I am.
Well, I make Tony older than he is. I used to think he was younger than he was, and then all of a sudden I'm like, he was when we got the marriage license, and when they asked how old, I said, "Isn't he? Aren't you 64?" And he said,
Karen
"No,
says he
that's when
loves
you leave me when I'm 64." You know the Beatles
Roxy's
song?
very sweet. Wait till you see Norton, who is very
No,
bad.
Norton's on the couch.
Oh, there he is.
Norty. He's giving me that stink eye. See that one little eye go up?
Yeah,
Norton.
he's like, leave me alone. He didn't want to hear it.
Ow.
And my Bella is somewhere. She's with my son, so
Here's the
I have
chin
a
of
state of
Roxy.
approval.
The chin of Roxy. Oh,
Her and my
she got
kitty
freckles.
cat.
Hi down there. Hi. You're such a good dog. You're such a good dog when you want to be. All these dogs are good. She's very jealous of Norton attention. So if I want to get her attention, I pretty much have to call Norton, and then she'll come running.
Ah,
I can't.
there you
I can't
go.
read. I can't read what's happening. Aw. Seems
Nothing
like
much. Karen
Terrence
says you
is
got
get.
beautiful fur babies, and he loves Roxy.
Thank you. Well, she's a very sweet dog, except she used to jump on everybody when they would be around her. And Norton does that too. I'm a bad trainer. I'll tell you that much. I don't know how to train manners into my dogs. Oh,
Aw,
oh, I'm sorry. That's the thing about loving a dog. I lost one of my I want to say my best dogs. My favorite, well, my first baby puppy that I had. I've lived with dogs that were older, but the one puppy I raised from a tiny puppy, she passed away last year, and it was so hard. I see pictures of her now, and I tear up thinking
right.
about it.
That's a good way to think about it, Terrence. Definitely.
Aw, I really hope so. My mom, I want to tell you the story about Trixie. Trixie was a golden retriever and beagle combination, and my mom had passed away. And right before she died, she said, "Please promise me you're going to get your house and get your dog." And I said, "What kind of dog should I get?" She goes, "Well, I don't know. I love golden retrievers and beagles." And when I went to look for dogs, I was looking at the petfinder.com, and there was in my area a golden retriever beagle mix, and I was like, it's like she sent her to me. And then when I called about it, they said that she was available and that if I came right over, they would give her to me once I filled out the paperwork. And it just worked out. I mean, and then unfortunately the dog was sick. She went in the hospital. She had parvovirus, but she survived it and lived to be 15. So that
Yeah.
was nice.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right, Terrence.
It is.
definitely.
But I honestly felt like there was some kind of
Hey,
unusual
Harry
connection.
Hunstone, how are you today?
Hi, Harry.
You
Are
know,
you doing a drive-by? Hi.
every
What?
time I see insulators, I think of Harry.
Me too. I have so many insulators that I overpaid. Once Harry was telling me how much he paid for them, I said,
Thank you,
I
sir.
overpaid for mine so much.
Oh, well, I got some pretty cheap at our church garage sale. I didn't even know they had them.
Well,
Getting
girlfriend,
ready to go to the airport. He's coming home.
you live in the South, and it is a whole different world down there. For me to get a bargain, they have to be clearing out everything or throwing it away, pretty much. I get it for free.
Yeah,
But I
we
don't
do
get
get good
any.
prices down here.
Ugh, everything is so
Definitely.
expensive up here. Even yard sales are expensive. People think that they are in Tiffany's. I don't even get it. It's like they
I
feel like
know
they're paying
some do.
rent on
Well,
their.
we get that here sometimes. Like I went to one and I asked this guy, okay, that's when I was doing plush. I'm like, well, what if I bought them all? And he gave me this ridiculous price. And he goes, well, that's what it is on eBay. I'm like, but you're not eBay. So
You're not
I just
listing.
walked off
You're
from
not
there.
waiting for the sale. You're not packing it up and shipping it. You're not paying
Right.
taxes on it. What do they think? I'm sorry for being like that, but it's
Exactly.
like you tell them,
Exactly.
I am saving you at least 75% of the problems that being a
Oh,
seller would
right.
be.
Well, thank you,
And you,
Terrence.
thank you. You don't even know
I'm from
if they would
Louisiana.
sell.
I'm Yeah, I'm between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, right smack in the middle.
Well, the
Oh, he's going to
people,
do a
hi,
video on
hi,
insulators, what to look for. Awesome. I need
okay,
that.
good.
Hey, Donna.
Hi, Donna. How are you? The
Okay.
people I invited from YouTube did not come here yet, I think. Unless there's people
Oh,
lurking. Are there any lurkers? They might not be saying hi.
right.
I can't tell.
And you know,
Dawn, you tell me.
we were talking about fur babies. Donna lost her fur baby this week. So good
Oh, I'm
vibes to
so
her.
sorry. My
Yeah.
condolences. I feel bad. That's
Yeah.
terrible.
Hey, Heather. What you doing, boo? Oh, she was fixing her mama breakfast the other day, and I told her I was coming right over. She said, "Come on."
Who's Heather? Her grandchild?
Heather's no, Heather's her daughter, my little
Oh, hi
niece.
Heather. And she's there?
Usually she watches. Heather thinks we're movie stars, so I just want you to know. Yes, Heather, we are.
I hate to be like senile about whose name goes with who, but it takes
Uh,
me about I always say it takes me about 5 levels of embarrassment to
well,
finally figure out a
considering we met
name.
my whole family over the messenger lot, the video calls. Oh, Heather said hi.
Hi, Heather.
I love NOLA, Baton Rouge, Shreveport, Lafayette, and so many other parishes. Yes, I like the South, but today it's humid and sticky, and it's going to rain in a little bit. So,
Take care of
ugh.
Harry. Harry's leaving.
Bye, Harry.
Bye, Harry.
Heather, I probably have some more jewelry for you, baby. She makes like things from broken jewelry. Like she makes wind chimes and stuff.
Oh, that's really cool. That's a
Yeah.
good idea. We think
Yes,
so.
spirits do live on. That's right.
My,
Look, we have a
my
whole cemetery next to my house between the dogs and the hamsters and whatever other creatures that have gone. You
I
know.
had a I had a turtle I lived with for 40 years,
Hey,
and
Mama.
I that thing's in the yard, and we
I
put
think
a
she
big
meant
slab
hi.
we put a big slab of like slate over it,
Huh?
and every time I stand there, I think of my turtle being under there. Hi,
Right.
Sandra, because it was.
So for those of you who don't know, Donna is my sister. Sandra is my mom. So sister,
Hey,
mom.
Mama, how's it going? I only call her Mama because you were calling her Mama, and you.
Well, that's what everybody calls her.
All
So
right. Well, I don't want your
we call
sister getting jelly if I'm, I'm calling your mother
me.
Mama.
Don, I don't think you get jelly if she calls Mama.
Mama. Oh wait,
Be
I have to
quiet.
say it Mama, not
Mama.
Mama.
Mama,
Oh,
fast. Say it faster. Faster.
mayonnaise is your nays is mayonnaise. I have to keep thinking, how do I say mayonnaise? So we say mayonnaise, and you said mayonnaise, and I go mayonnaise. What's that?
Well, my mom calls mayonnaise, mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise,
So
mayonnaise is
I guess
your nays is mayonnaise. So I in my head I sing that little
Donna said she
song.
won't get jealous. Oh, y'all, I'm getting so excited. Our
Jennifer,
trip to Jersey is getting here so fast.
I'm getting nervous. I'm gonna have nothing to look forward
And
to after
I
that.
get to meet Susie for the first time real. For
I
real.
know. I'm
Yay.
gonna meet people
She might
for
not like me. I don't know.
cut off. I I mean, it would be different if I just heard about you and you're showing up and I was thinking, can you imagine like if you have like a movie star friend and you think, oh, they're so fantastic, and then you get invited to hang out with them and then you think they're a
Right.
little jerk.
I
You may
know.
hate me. How do I know? You'll come over and you'll be like,
I don't
what
know.
a
We've shared some
biatch.
pretty
I don't.
personal things, so I think we're good.
Just like she talks about everything. She's so earthy. I don't like that. There's people who get like so offended, like if you say, well, I mean,
Oh,
I try not to be gross, but if we talk about it, we talk about it. But I don't really, I don't feel a lot of subjects are off the table. If
oh,
you want to
Terrence,
talk
please.
about something, I'll be like, okay, I'll talk
Well,
about it.
with Terrence, we went to Goodwill one day, and this lady come running up from the side of Goodwill, and she goes, "Wait, wait!" She goes, "Are y'all all sisters?" Oh, here comes number two son.
Oh,
Say
wait,
hello.
wait, I'm missing him.
Say
Hey,
hello.
did you say hi? Because I had the picture off. I was reading the comments. Oh, I see a hand. Is that
You can-
Sean? Oh, John.
It's John. See, Susie
Hey,
knows.
John.
You want to
Hey,
take a
your hair
photo?
looks good, John. You made it
Yeah.
brown again.
Oh, yeah, he cut all that. His hair was red, white, and blue for a while.
Yeah, it's a little.
Come on,
I'll
don't
say
make a
it's
move.
unusual. It was
Right,
unusual.
right. Okay,
It
take it.
looks good.
He's off the boat today. Well, I think he was
Well,
on last night.
obviously.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
so
thank you.
he
Oh, he has us on a big screen, so he sees all the flaws and the.
who? Who?
Uh,
Don't do
Jared,
that. That's
Jared.
embarrassing. I was gonna say, can you believe the way that girl does this, that, or the other? I don't want you to see all the flaw. I'm gonna hide now. Ah, this is.
My mom. What my mom
I don't.
says. Dawn, Susie, Donna, Heather, love y'all.
I love y'all. I'm hiding from Terrence's large screen.
Oh,
That's what I'm
okay.
telling you.
We can talk now because Jennifer is almost home. There's no
I'm
flaws.
I
He
was
says you're so
hiding.
beautiful.
I'm
And
hiding from the big screen. That's the thing. I know some people watch us on the large screen televisions, and I was like,
okay, my son, he's being very kind. He's going to cut the grass for us.
oh, can you come and cut my grass? It's only
So
19
he wants
hours
to, I think, to
away,
go cut
actually.
hers.
It's 19 hours away. Can
You
you
have to
make it?
drive 19 hours, but can you make it? He would. John would do that.
I
I
need
said,
my.
"Come back, Susie. You're gorgeous." Huh? He can for 2,000. Now he's going to charge you
$2,000. You're gonna for $2,000. I want you to paint the house too. Then you can.
for 2,000 to paint the house too.
I would be like, paint the house, do all the
2,000
yard
will just
work.
will just cover his fuel.
Well, I don't know about that, but if somebody would do a full landscaping, like pull out all the weeds along the side of my house, and then like scrape off some of the paint chips and touch up my house,
Right.
I'll give them a
Terrence,
good
you are
amount of
too
money.
kind. You are good for our ego, dude.
He is so
Yes.
nice.
I have to tell my husband, oh, somebody thinks we're beautiful.
Oh,
He's fun.
that's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you get to be a certain age, and I'll say the
Hey,
certain age is probably like 50 or 40, people. kind of think like they might think, oh, that's a good looking broad for an old lady, but they don't usually really think it. Like you
It's
become,
so crazy.
well, they say
Oh,
like, oh, wow, she looks pretty good for an old broad, but
yeah, funny.
it's not like, oh,
Oh,
but
look
that's
who's here. Darlene is here. Johnny's here. Gulf Coast
Johnny.
Pickers.
Hey,
Hello.
Darlene. Hey, and
Johnny,
Gulf
thanks for the
Coast
shout
Pickers.
out this morning. I appreciate
Jersey
it. I know Suzy
Gypsy.
appreciates it.
How's it going?
Darlene, I'm always thinking about you, hon. I know you said you got lots going on. Hope it's all going well.
Yeah, I hope so too. Yeah, sometimes I miss some
He
of
says
these
you're not
people on the
old.
early show.
Terrence
Wow,
says you're not old at all.
relatively okay. If I think when Dawn meets me, she's gonna say, "Wow, you look really good on camera," and
That goes two ways.
she's gonna say, "You hide that pretty good."
But sometimes we both get very close to the camera with each other and go, "Do you see
Yeah, I
that?
know.
Wait,
Well, my
I gotta
friend,
share with y'all. Do you see my nails?
oh, pretty.
It's that stuff you peel off
Oh, nice.
and it sticks. It's like a just the polish that
I
sticks
know I
on and then
messed
you
that
peel
up.
the excess off. Well, I did it at 10 o'clock last night, so it's not perfect, but aren't they cute? It was
It
easier than painting.
let
It's
me
something
see.
like those things Victoria was selling, something like that.
Yeah. Okay. No, it looks good.
I got them from our garage sale at the church.
I want to say something. Somebody said that they went into a Target and they had a nail polish like machine, and you stick your hand in and it does the nail. And I'm like, how does that
Wouldn't it?
work? In Target, I've never seen that.
Aw, thanks, Johnny. You're very
Thank you
kind.
so much. We appreciate
I don't
it.
always make it to your show every day, but I try.
I
Sometimes I lurk.
I lurk too. I lurk at a lot of all y'all's show. I don't know
Thank you.
if is Susanna still here? I mean, some people at night. I mean, I'll click on and I'm either cooking dinner or I'm watching Tony's watching a movie and I tell him I didn't see the beginning of the movie and he backs up for me and then I feel
Uh-huh.
guilty that I don't like it and I put the headsets on and I pretend to be watching it, but I'm really on
Yeah.
the internet.
Darlene says she's doing okay. She's going to upstate New York to
Upstate
see
New
her
York. Where
kids.
in
Nice.
upstate New York, if you don't mind me asking? You can give a general region. Like you can say 20 miles north of Albany or in the Finger Lakes or near Rochester or something. I have I'm gonna have I'll say Tony's in-laws from his wife who passed away. They had invited us up to a wedding in Rochester and we went and I loved it. It was such a cool town and those people were so nice and it was a wonderful trip and these people that were his sadly like his wife who passed away's like brothers and sisters, they were so nice to me that they're like one of them and the kids too are coming to our wedding. And I feel really grateful that they were so friendly because I thought it could be really awkward going to you know, his
Mm-hmm.
previous, I hate to say previous wife, his wife, I don't know what to call her, but
Mm-hmm.
he feels like the marriage didn't end. It just stopped. And I feel
Right.
it's very sad. But, now we're getting married. And anyway, but they were really, really nice. Let's see what she said. Wait. I made it to
Yes.
50, 45 to 49, tried to kill me. Oh, okay, I know what you mean now. You
Yeah,
mean just
I
getting
get
old tried to kill you. I do understand that.
yeah, it's
I
hard.
mean,
Right.
su suffering from chronic
All kind
illnesses
of
is
stuff.
no fun,
Yeah.
and
Yes,
pains and
Terrence,
aches.
the tattoo on my finger, my wedding bands got stolen twice. So I figured steal that. Well, maybe not because then they might chop my finger off. But,
Doo-doo.
you know,
Eh,
and then I
it,
got this one. Well,
I
I
still haven't
can
picked out my wedding band. Do you think I should wait till any longer?
maybe you and Terrence can get tattoos.
You said Terrence. You mean him? But he can get a
Yeah, no,
tattoo?
I meant Tony. I'm looking at
And I'm
Terrence.
like, he can get any tattoo
Tony,
he wants.
are you getting married? She says, oh God.
I want to tell you, Tony, he now has made it his life goal to not have a tattoo because he said, you know, the reason I don't want one almost is because everybody else has one. He said, so I want to be the different guy and not ever
Right.
have one. And
Well,
I hadn't gotten one, and when I was with him, I said, you know, for my birthday, I want to get a tattoo. And and it's almost like, why did you wait this long? And I said I wanted to see what little patch of skin didn't sag yet. And I
no,
didn't.
I have mine in like here. I
Well,
have it
you
on
know
my
what?
ankle and then my
As I'm
finger. So
losing
those don't kind of sag too much.
as I'm losing weight, I even feel like, I hate to say it, it's like kind of creepy, but I feel like even the skin on my arm feels like
Right.
all the way down. I'm starting to look shriveled up. I don't know what's going on.
Stop it. My legs are like
I'm
that, but
I've
it's okay.
I'm
Really
dieting.
healed.
I think like the only part that's not shriveled up is like my nose or my, you know,
Aw.
like where am I gonna put it?
Johnny
Here.
says you're a beautiful butterfly, Terrence. Johnny, my mom says thank you too for sharing and for giving us a shout out. Let's
Oh,
see,
what is the
Terrence.
weed? Oh, weed too. Thank you.
You know, my mom was just typing, so she said I think she's trying to tell Johnny for thanks for the shout out, and she appreciates it too.
Yeah, so
Terrence,
like I said,
so much
I think
fun.
maybe the top
Darlene
of
says
my
she's going to
foot.
Syracuse area.
Okay. I we passed through Syracuse. I had a friend who lived in Syracuse. Syracuse is like very nice. It's like July 4th and winter. That's their season.
Uh huh.
They have they have a month of summer, and the rest of the time it's like they have a few months of nice, and then it is so cold and snowy up there. They are in the snow
Right.
area for sure.
I
You
tell
gotta
you,
like
Terrence
snow.
is just sending out the love. I'd
He's
like to
very
meet you,
loving.
Terrence. You're just a very kind man. Darlene says, not Johnny, Terrence, Lisa.
Where
Oh, hi, John.
I was
Terrence. I can't read this morning, y'all.
All right, Terrence asked where I'm from. Let me give the rundown. I was born in northern Manhattan in Morningside Heights. I don't know if you know the city. Then I lived in the Bronx for a while. Then I moved to Manhattan. I lived in Westchester for a couple of years, which was out of the city. I moved back. I was where did I go? I think I was in Westchester before Manhattan. Then I lived in Manhattan, and I lived in a really kind of cool building in Manhattan because Carole King, the musician, you know, Tapestry album, You've Got to Get Up Every Morning with a Smile on Your Face. Her daughter owned an apartment in that building, and she was 2 floors up. And I would hear her practicing her piano, and she was doing an album. I'm telling you a long story now. With Burt Bacharach, and I thought, how cool is that? And I was selling furniture at the time, and she came in and bought furniture, and she didn't use her name, Carol King. So I said, let me ask you a question. I said, you live in the building I live in. I go, but I think you're Carol King. Are you Carol King? And she says, yes, I'm using an alias. And I go, okay, no shit. But so anyway, I said, I hear you playing the music. And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I go, no, it's great. It's so fun. Anyway, that was my brush with greatness, having Carole King live 2 floors up. And then I moved back to the Bronx. So, and then now I live in New Jersey. But I lived in the Bronx most of my life, if you add up all the years. Sorry, I'll stop.
Oh, it's okay. Don't forget, Dawn and Mary, two hip chicks, later today.
But anyway, you worked in the Bronx, Yonkers, White Plains, New York. Well, I went to school in White Plains, and I used to shop for groceries in Yonkers, and I used to volunteer at a woman's shelter in Yonkers, and we called it Jonkers and the Bronx, you know.
I think he left, Jennifer, but he said he was on his way home. Hey, Glenn, welcome.
Hi, hey Glenn, how's it going? Yeah, Yonkers. I miss the Bronx for food, and I don't miss the dirt, and I don't miss the crowds, but I love some of the restaurants that were around there. Did you ever go to Wave Hill off of like Riverdale area? I used to love going up there. That was so beautiful. The views were awesome. If I ever go back, I wish I could take you to some of the things I used to like to see. You're not being around, you're not coming up here so long enough around so I could show you my haunts.
I don't know. I
Plus,
asked Garrett, I'm like, so are we going to be back home like Tuesday-ish? He goes, no, the next weekend. So
yeah, but how long do you want to stay in this area?
I don't
Because
know. Depends how much fun I'm having. I'm
I
just kidding.
I
I'm going to
have a
figure
feeling
out what to do. I don't know.
when, if I'm having a
I
wedding
know
on
he wants to
Saturday,
go to the memorial for sure.
so I'm going to be stressed
I
out,
want to
right?
go
I'm
to
going to
the
be
I
tired
want to
from
go see the
setting up,
Amish people because I want
and
to
then
try
I'm going
their
to be
stuff
tired
since
from
I'm not going to be on
host.
my diet as much.
We're talking at
So
the same time.
I know.
Anyway, so I want you to see some fun stuff
So what
around.
did you say? We're talking at the same time? Oh, I'm sorry.
We're still talking at the same time. I know that I feel like setting up for the wedding, the stress of the wedding, and then actually participating in the wedding is going to be tiring for me. That's why people get married in their 20s, so they can deal with it. Like you have more energy. Like when you're my age, I have a feeling that I danced 5 dances with Tony just trying to practice a dance, and the next day I'm taking a step and I'm like, what's that? Oh, I have blisters on my feet. Oh, my foot is black and blue. Why is that? It's like you're just not the same human being. Like you
I
move around
know.
and like your neck hurts, your back hurts. It's like
Right. Do people really live in Delaware down by the Wawa?
yeah, people live in Delaware. I have one of my neighbors is moving to Delaware because she says that's the place to go. It's like very reasonable. There's like hardly any taxes. Is it true, Jennifer, that if you buy a computer in Delaware, I was telling Dawn this, that you don't pay sales tax
Wow.
on the computer purchase or like a camera purchase or a TV purchase? Back in the day, that was the case.
That's nice. Oh Lord. Jessica says, shut up, Gio. She's moving to your house. Make room for her and the kids.
That's funny.
Well, I need to, map out my trip.
No
And
sales tax, Dawn. Do you need something that costs more than $100? You should
I might need a new computer. Depends
go
on my money.
buy it in Delaware on the way up here or down from
Well,
here.
I don't know where I'm passing through. I'm
You
very
can make
bad with
yourself
geography.
pass through Delaware. It's not that far off, I
Uh-huh.
feel. I mean,
Nice.
there's one way you could go that you might be heading up through Pennsylvania and going the other way, but you could leave and go through Delaware maybe.
Mm-hmm.
It
I
pays to
might
try
I
to,
might need
it's
a
a
new
tiny
computer.
little,
I
if
don't
you,
know.
well, figure out how much it costs and figure out the sales tax that you'd save and see if it's worth it. If it's not worth it, then, whatever.
Right. Well, we pay up close to 10% here.
Well, well, from my actual house, I think I could hit Delaware in about 2 hours, part of Delaware. If I go to the if you go to Cape May and then take the ferry, that could be a way long day, but it's cool.
Okay, Darlene.
All right,
Have a
have a
good
great day.
trip. Enjoy your family.
It's a great place to buy cigarettes. Well, I
I
don't
guess so,
smoke.
Jennifer.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I gave up that I was grateful to give up. Okay, every time I couldn't have a child, but every time I had gotten pregnant several times, and I would give up smoking for that. And then I thought, well, if I could give up smoking for them, for the future babies, I could give up smoking for the actual human being that would be
Hmm.
incubating the babies. So I
Right.
gave up smoking, and I never, I'm not going to say I never went back. I had like 2 cigarettes since then. So
Hmm.
I've been pretty good about
If
that.
I'm not mistaken, Greg, when we buy a car out of state, when we come here, we have to pay taxes and
Well,
all
that's
the
another
fees.
thing. They call it a
So we
destination
still have to
fee,
pay it.
and I wonder if, I don't
But
know
they
if you
add
could,
the
unless,
taxes to it.
well, if you're buying just like a used car from somebody's driveway, I wonder, is it where you register the car, or can you just pick
Yeah.
up a car and not pay taxes?
Right.
Yeah. And what
Yeah, we
about
have to pay
restaurants?
taxes when we
Back in the
register
day, there
here.
wasn't tax on restaurants either, and the sales tax on hotels was really reasonable. It was like way less than any other place
Hmm.
because they charge like now they can charge fees like they call it like a resort fee. And I'm thinking, a resort? You're like a Holiday Inn. What kind of resort is a Holiday Inn? Why are
Right.
you charging me an extra $40?
What are you drinking?
All right. Well, I had a
Well, somebody
breakfast.
asked Johnny. Somebody asked Johnny on his show, Pepsi or Coke.
Okay. Look, I want to tell you, I didn't have a choice. It was brought to me, but I did.
Ah,
I was on Pepsi for a while. Remember when I liked both, but I feel like I get a little less indigestion. Pepsi. I don't know.
right. I thought so. Jennifer says Coke. I grew up on Pepsi, but I didn't, when I switched to diet, I didn't like Diet Pepsi. I don't
What I
like Diet Coke either. I drink Coke Zero or Diet Dr. Pepper or Diet Barks, but that's about it.
what I was drinking before was a health shake I made with cashew milk, powdered peanut butter, some coffee powder, and some cocoa powder, and a little diet sweetener. It's like healthy, unhealthy. And then I blended it with ice, and that's my breakfast every day. And I swallow it down with my handful of like all my medicine and my supplements that I take.
Jennifer says, sounds like a drug, Susie.
What? Sounds like a drug. Which one? The Pepsi or my health shake? Anyway,
This is a drug for me. I get really nasty if I don't have any, like
well, I just
an
started
alcohol.
back. I didn't drink diet soda for a long time. I was off it. I was drinking, well, we drink seltzer water and I would put like energy drops in it. And I I used up my seltzer, so I just put water in the bottle and I can monitor how much water I have
Because you
I
said you
have
were on.
drunk.
She said you were on Pepsi. She
I was
said
on,
it sounded like a drug.
I was on Pepsi. I'm on Pepsi today. Tomorrow I'll be on. Let's
So,
pick some.
Susie, I have an idea, and
What?
y'all, let's get the true reaction of Susie because I didn't ask her or mention it to her, but I was thinking maybe we should get a live guest like once a month.
Okay.
Glenn
I
says he
would.
feels lucky at 56. He only takes one pill. That is lucky, Glenn, because I'll be 59 and I went and refilled some meds and it wasn't all of them, it was 12.
Okay. I take I take a I cut my all right. If I admit this, it's not a bad thing. I suffer from anxiety and I was getting depression and I was trying alcohol, various medicines to try to they don't change your personality, they just help you cope a little bit. And I was on originally Prozac for a very long time and it stops working after a while. It just does. And I also feel that it interfered with I mean, my nervous energy is what made me want to like go out and be busy all the time. And so when the nervous energy left me, I just sort of, I became
Hmm.
more of a shut-in. I mean, like during COVID times, it's fine to be a shut-in, I suppose. But I then started taking, I just was trying to find a different one. And some of them make you so hungry. And now it's going to be a longer story. I was taking medicine for diabetes, for high blood pressure, I was supposed to take it for cholesterol, I just didn't take it. And then the doctor had me on what are those anti-inflammatories? So many
Hmm.
anti-inflammatories. It was really killing me. Anyway, I decided to have a gastric bypass. It's a very long story now. And as soon as I left the hospital, I was off the diabetes medicine, the high blood pressure
Awesome.
medicine. And now my cholesterol's down around where it's manageable and like so my blood pressure's fine, my blood sugar's fine,
Hey, Belle.
and oh, I also had a fatty liver and that's better. I'm just overall way better.
Yeah.
So I was taking half of an antacid pill, but I'm kind of
Hmm.
see Pepsi's bad for me. It was making me feel irritated.
Yeah. Well, I'm
But
like oh, look at Mr.
hi,
Southern
Belle.
Prince
How are you?
walking in today. He walks in every
Yeah,
Thursday this month.
I'm taking Wellbutrin now, and I find that too much of it was making me feel weepy. And I said, I just can't be this weepy all the time. I don't know why. It's supposed to be a mood, like help you with your mood, but I was crying a lot. But it was sentimental. Even things like, I'm writing wedding vows. I'm thinking about all, everything was just making me weep.
Mm-hmm.
So
What's up, Belle?
I don't know what boxing is, honestly, but I
Well,
now I
Jennifer said
take.
that Greg should be the guest today, and he told Jennifer, "Oh no," she said, "Well, she was a guest a couple weeks ago." So,
I think Greg should come on. Why not? I'd like to hear you talk. I want to hear what you sound like.
so Greg, you
I
want to come up? Come
I
on
think
down,
that
Greg.
I might have seen you when you were at that Pittsburgh meetup, if you were there. I think you were there, and I think I might have seen you there, sitting on the porch. So it's not like we've never seen you. You could tell me not.
I would put it up before past 7, Jennifer, because I find like when well, yeah, I haven't put one up in so long. When I used to put them up at night, it didn't get as many views as when I put them up. Like I would usually do middle of the day, and then that way people in the evening who scrolls through.
Well, I'll tell you something. It appears that 8 o'clock is some kind of hour that I get so many like bing, 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 like all these notices that
Hmm.
people are either live or putting out their videos. So there must be something about 8 o'clock. But I think that there's another choice might be to do it right around 5 because people that are commuting, and if there's anybody that wants to see it on the train and they're scrolling through,
Hmm.
or a bus, they might, read it on their way home from work. Now, obviously, since we're resellers, we don't work 9 to 5 usually. Some of us do, but not a lot of us. But I know that like my friends who did Instagram, there was also like a thing about like posting your photography pictures, like when do you get the most views? Some people decided that they would put it out at around 7 in the morning, some people 8, 9.
Right.
But you love hearing G talk? Well, Mr. G,
So
come on.
G said he was prescribed every antidepressant in the book in the past, and none of them worked. They made him feel worse.
When I
And
was
Lisa
taking
said
like
she was being first yesterday, Jennifer. So you must let her know.
I'm going to tell Jennifer that now that I'm taking, I had a friend who stopped taking, she was on 150, then she went to 300. She instantly went back to 150 because she thought it was too much. She felt like she was crying a lot. And I go, I'm crying a lot. And I was on 300. So I think the problem a lot of times is when you switch around, you're not quite off the other thing. And when you're trying the new thing, you can't get a good like you're not giving it, I want to call it a good trial run for yourself. So I stuck it out for a while, and 150 is what I'm taking now, and it's enough that I could feel good and I could feel bad.
Hmm.
I
Right.
could feel in the middle.
Yeah.
When I was
I
taking
felt great on Wellbutrin, but it
when I
worked
was
against my medicine for my face.
when I was taking Paxil, it made me so hungry, and I felt like I could have like outbursts at any minute. Like I was
Hmm.
not in control of, like if my dog pissed me off, I would either cry or yell. So that wasn't a good way to be.
Yeah. Right. So let's see. Where am I?
Oh, really? Oh, wow, gee. Well, when I first started taking Prozac, it made me feel like I had like a fog around my head. And then it goes away. I mean, I guess to be brave enough to take it for like that first month.
Mm-hmm.
But then I felt like I could cope pretty well on it. But maybe it was just my situation of life was bad, and maybe I needed that like fogginess to not focus on all
Right.
the negative stuff that was going on.
Jennifer says G needs to be first. Oh, and Belle said she was talking about the times of prime time, so that would be a good time to watch the video.
I'm sure there's analytics. I'm sure there's even YouTube videos
Yeah,
about when to put out your YouTube
I
videos.
know. Like not at like 10 o'clock at night. I did that and that didn't work.
I mean, or I don't know. I'm trying to hide the mess with my head. Where's a good place to sit?
He said Prozac was the worst. He felt like he was on an acid trip. Had to work. Couldn't focus. Yeah.
Let's all
I'm
talk
on
about our
Cymbalta
psych
right
meds.
now. It's okay, but and then they upped it so it would work for my neuropathy, but I don't know that it's working. But Lisa says she
You
beat
know,
him today.
my ex was on Wellbutrin and he was so nasty on it that I thought, if you take that drug, you must move out immediately.
Hmm.
And now I'm on it and I'm wondering, I wonder what I asked him if he noticed if I'm different at all, like during any of these things, and he like doesn't really notice. And I'm
Hmm.
thinking, do you know me? Do you know who you're marrying? Do you pay attention? Anyway, so I think I took Zoloft for a minute and a half. I think Zoloft and Paxil were one of the drugs that made me so entirely, I'm talking not hungry, I'm talking hungry. Like I, I don't want a pill affecting my hunger
I
like
don't think
that.
I've
I
ever
mean,
tried Zoloft. I've been on many antidepressants, but I don't think I've ever been on Zoloft. The Cymbalta is okay, I guess. I don't know. I don't really
did anybody
care.
ever try what's that one that the Abilify that helps the pill you're on get better?
They put
Actually,
me on Lamictal to help with the depression. And I think I feel better because you noticed that I was feeling bummed out for a while. And I feel like I'm back to normal a little bit. So,
good. I know that my ex who I keep bringing up, he had
not about the X.
if if I said that like his problems, but he was his moods would be up and down, so you can figure out the diagnosis right away. And the depression was very low. And there was almost nothing I feel that kind of helped him out. I mean, and when he was on nothing though, it was horrible to be around that person. I like the person kind of in the middle. It's hard to find something that'll keep you in the middle when you have highs and lows. I mean, I think maybe being on what's that stuff they give? Like it's a salt. I forgot the name of it. It's a drug for people with bipolar disorder. Wait. Did Jennifer say she helps? She's waiting for it to happen. You know, when I first went on Wellbutrin, that
Thank you,
first week,
parents.
I didn't feel like eating, and I thought, well, this is the best one yet. But that went away.
Jennifer, I never, Terrence, you are too kind. That's what I told Jennifer, haha, never lost weight on Wellbutrin. And I was on it for years.
Yes, it was lithium. When my ex was on lithium, I think it was helpful with his mood swings, but he just didn't like the feeling of being on lithium, so he went
Mhm.
off of lithium.
Well, I know the
Too bad.
Lamictal that I'm on with my Cellmarks is actually used for like bipolar.
He
And
was on Lamictal for a minute and a half, and it gave him
yeah,
a rash, so he got
but
to get off it.
I don't have bipolar. I do have depression. But it seems to be working somewhat. I don't know. But, I'm on a lot of drugs that are off label for the conditions, like with my face, the nerve pain in my face. And so, I mean, I take seizure meds for that. And it just, the list goes on and on and on. And then my new diabetic medicine, the pill is like this. I kid you not. That thing is huge.
I was
And I
on one
already
of those
tried
big pills.
swallowing.
It's not easy.
Mm-mm. And then
Anyway,
next week I'm supposed to start two. I don't know. Make sure and take them separately. Because normally I just take a whole handful and throw in my mouth.
well, did anybody, I've been taking, oh, what is that stuff called? Like the fish oil supplements.
Uh
And
huh.
it's supposed to help with your memory. And now I can't even say what I want to say.
Right. Well, word to the
It's,
wise: if you buy fish oil, buy the good one, like
yeah. So you don't have
because
fish burps.
so you don't burp them. Right.
Well, I bought the one on Amazon that everybody said, I didn't get any fish burps on this. And I said, oh, you can get fish burps. Well, I don't want fish burps. Lamotrigine and hydro something.
That's Lamictal.
That sounds like something my ex was on too. Lamotrigine. I never did a controlled, I never dropped acid. I never took whatever the other stuff was called. But when I was in college, I want to say one of my friends went to the Southwest and she brought back a bag of what she called mushrooms. And she said, "You want to do mushrooms?" And I was like, "I love mushrooms usually." Anyway, she gave me so many of these magic mushrooms, and you're supposed to take like probably one, and we each had like four. Oh my God. It was at first, it was fun. Like we were laughing. I'm not condoning doing this at all. Then it was terrifying. I mean,
Mhm,
I hated of every minute of the, like, after the first 2 hours, it was
mhm.
horrible. And
Right,
I would never do that again. But I
right.
think we did overdose on it, kind of.
Mhm,
I'm not, we were young and stupid. I'm telling you, we
right,
were like in our 20s, and it was a dumb, dumb thing to do.
right. I
Yes,
don't know
fish
about
oils,
joint Jennifer, but I know it
it's
helps your
supposed,
heart.
it's supposed to help your myelin sheaths in your brain, meaning like, it's supposed to help coat like your synapses so that they don't look, when you're old and dried out, it's supposed to moisturize. So, but even on the inside and maybe the outside, and I was praying, I was getting like some, I get rashy kind of areas. But then somebody said that that could be caused by taking some of these supplements. Because
Mm,
when you have a gastric bypass, they say that you can never absorb enough B12. So I was
mhm,
taking B12 supplements as well as my multivitamin, and when they did my blood levels, I was on too much and I was getting rashes from it. So I
mhm.
stopped taking it. You don't know what's
Right,
going on, honestly.
right. She said it's ketamine. You know, I asked my doctor before I had my brain surgery, the face pain was so bad that about some people they take ketamine infusions, and that's when I started on the medical other stuff.
The 420 stuff that's now legal in New Jersey, people.
Yeah. Well, the
Legal
medical
for recreation.
it's
Well, it
only
used
legal. It's only legal for drops here, but
we I I'm not allowed to take aspirin or ibuprofen anymore, and I'm not allowed to take any of those anti-inflammatories. So when I went to the bone doctor when I broke my wrist, he said something about, well, what have you tried that kind of helps your pain? And my friend gave me a joint and I smoked it, and I'm old enough to talk about it, and it's legal here. It's completely legal. So now, back then, it was medically legal. So I told him, I go, well, I smoked a joint and it took my mind off my pain for sure. And he goes, well, we have medical marijuana and you can get that. And I said, well, I wouldn't mind getting it, but I don't want to go to a clinic and have to fill out like tons of paperwork and pay money to have my medical records transferred over. He goes, no, I can write you a prescription. And I just said, but I don't want to go to one of those clinics to get it and have to, wait with all those weirdos that want it.
mhm.
He said to me, I can prescribe it for you. And I go, oh, wait, I'm misunderstanding. You can actually make it happen for me? And he said, yup. And I'm like, okay, so I thought maybe he was like a stoner doctor. And I got some and I went back to talk to him and he said, so how's it going with that? And I go, well, it's really interesting. Back in the day you'd buy a loose joint. But now it's like they have these bottles. You have to go speak to like I want to say a pot therapist who will tell you like what's wrong with you and what do you want to cure, and then like they'll say, well, try this one, try that one, try this one, and this one in the morning and this one in the night and this one and I was like, it was quite interesting. And he said, you're kidding me, they really do that? And I said, don't you know? And he says, no, I had no idea. And I go, don't you
Yeah,
smoke pot? And he says, no, I haven't tried it since college. I don't. Okay. So my pot doctor didn't even do pot, but whatever.
I tell you, Jennifer, I don't. I have the drops, and they just take the edge off. But when it's bad, the edge off is nice, right? Well,
I'm catching up on the chats because
oh,
I
she
know
said that they
Dawn
were talking
zoned out
about.
during that long story about my pot doctor. My pot doctor that wasn't a. Some of the pot doctors in New Jersey were hippies. I swear they were hippies, and it's like, yeah. Having a doctor who's a complete and total hippie is probably not a great idea unless you want to just be a hippie with them.
Hmm.
Wait, wide awake. Were you talking about an
No,
acid trip?
Jennifer
Is
and
that
G are talking back and forth about their experience.
somebody was telling me they did mescaline, and mescaline to me sounds like like a something you put in your salad. It sounds like a green, mescaline green, but they were saying that it was really fun and that they would laugh a lot. I'm not condoning any
Right.
drug use at all. This was stuff that happened in the 70s and 80s, people, mostly the early 80s, late 70s. So I never tried it and I can't say anything about it. One of my friends, though, did say she did it and went to like a July 4th party. And when the fireworks went off, she was like, whoa, look at the colors. So, yeah, well, Jersey, now you live probably near a few dispensaries. So that's all they ask for, probably a
Hmm.
license.
Yeah. Jennifer says her and G were bad. Nah. Okay.
Wait. So mom knows treasures. She had a THC infused beverage and woke up the next day and she wasn't that stiff.
Oh
Oh
wow.
boy.
Nice.
That's exciting, actually.
Lisa says she
I
hadn't been to Jersey yet.
All right. I had a gummy the other night, I'm gonna say. And I'm not used to the gummies, and I think it was, I don't know. I think it's nonsense. I think they're fake. I don't even think but I didn't feel normal, but I didn't feel good. I just felt like a little bit out of it.
Hmm. Right.
I don't know. I don't get it wasn't really pleasurable.
Oh, I got to tell y'all. We did our cruise. We booked our cruise for next year. I'm so
Okay.
excited.
It sounds exciting.
It's
I
exciting.
will never probably go on a cruise with Tony. He gets seasick. He hates the idea of being like enclosed in a floating apartment building that has no way off if you're like if it's like there's trouble. So
Well,
I
you know, I
you're
always said I
used
would
to
never.
it and
And
you know it.
this will be like my eighth one, but yeah, it's
Oh,
fun and it's
did you hear
nice.
people?
And the family are going, so well,
That sounds like fun.
most of the family. Haley and Becca are not coming, but
They look now like floating apartment buildings. They're amazing. But to me
it's like
it
their
seems
own
like
little city in there.
they put like I liked it better when there were just a few like layers of rooms. Now that I see the big boats, they seem frightening to me. I don't know. Like, what if there's
Oh,
all
no,
these
we're
people
on
on the
level
boat and you
two.
don't
We're
like
at the bottom. Garrett goes, no, it's too close to the water, but that's where we are. I mean, this cruise is in June and it's already sold out. So,
you're corrupting the show? And I'm talking about, hey, did anybody do acid in the 70s or the 80s? You know what? This is the thing. When I moved to New Jersey, I thought, I kind of used to enjoy smoking a little before going to bed, and I wasn't on any psych drugs, but it helped relax me, and I would sleep through the night. But I didn't know where to get it. I didn't know how to get it. I didn't have kids who knew people. So I was like thinking, well, when people would talk about things like that, I'd say, maybe I'm not opposed to it, but I just don't know where I would get it. And I'm not just going to start walking around downtown and asking people hanging out by their doors Like, do you know where I could buy pot? That would be like crazy.
Right. Yeah.
So that wasn't going to happen. And anyway, so I didn't do
Well,
it for
it's
years and
very
years.
good medicinally. I've never had it recreationally, but it helps with the pain. So
Yeah, she's cruising for
we're
fun.
going to Jamaica, Cozumel, and Grand Cayman.
Yeah, I'd like to do an Alaska cruise. That would be good.
Oh, I want to do a 2 week where you do a week on land and a week in the water.
We'll do that one. Maybe I could get Tony to do that one. Do you leave from Seattle and go up to Alaska
I
on the
think so.
cruise?
Yeah, I think
And then you
so.
go around and you look at the big mountain up there, Mount, is it called Denali? That used to be called Mount McKinley or something? I
Right.
don't know. I'm so
That's the
old.
one
It
I
was,
really would like an Alaskan cruise, but hey, Kent, but
hi,
I would
Kennedy.
like to do it just my husband and I, not the kids, because it's very expensive. So it would be too expensive to take everybody.
I wonder if Ken could join in on the I used drugs back in the 70s, 80s conversation. Since he calls himself a geezer, I'm just saying. We were talking about medicinal herbs today. A lot of people don't want to chat about it, but it's legal here. Completely legal for medical and for recreational if you're over 21. So, it was a big deal that we were waiting for. And so many townships are turning down the opportunity to make tax income from selling it. And I
Hmm.
feel the whole point of making it legal here was to get tax money because in New Jersey, it is the land of I pay too many taxes and I can't afford to live here kind
Well,
of
the
land.
dispensary, pharmacies, whatever you call it, it's very expensive, and insurance doesn't cover it. So
You're not kidding. Well, they just actually in the dispensary, they sent me a notice saying that they're not going to be charging tax anymore. And I thought, that's interesting because I thought the whole idea, maybe because they sell recreational now that they tax, but they said the medical wouldn't be taxed. And I thought, that's different. That's a different thing.
yeah. Oh God, there goes John out there tearing up my yard with his trailers. I can hear him.
Oh, yeah, I can have two. Like, this thing is kind of like,
When
anyway,
I go, my yard is torn up. I'm gonna kill him. Not really, but maybe.
grow your own. I can't, well, I would like to say that I think it's like a lot harder to grow than people think, unless I'm
And
doing something wrong. I don't know. It's hard. It doesn't just grow like a weed. If you ever saw a video on people growing that stuff, it's amazingly complicated and I don't know.
that's awesome, Greg. Jennifer, grow your own.
I don't know. I don't even drink alcohol now. I drink
I don't
nothing.
either.
I don't I don't like the way I feel when I have alcohol. I mean, I did have half a
I
beer
don't like
the
when I
other
sit the
day.
next
I'm not
minute.
gonna lie, and that has alcohol in it. But that's the reason I only had half a beer because I can't handle the alcohol. I thought it tasted pretty good. I just I can't deal with feeling that alcohol feeling.
This is the
It's a
hardest
horrible
stuff I
thing.
drink.
You tried Suzy, la la la. Well, let's just say a seed fell into the ground once and something sprouted, and I was like, really, like, what? What's going on? It's growing. And I tried to nurture it, thinking this could be free stuff, but it didn't happen for me. It's nothing came from it.
Jennifer said her either. No more drinking.
Yeah, no more drinking. Yeah, 36 plants, that's a lot. Yeah. Like I think they were trying to say that if you were medical, they were trying to get it like they were trying to figure out the rules of how many you could do without getting in trouble, blah blah. But like 36 would not be the amount. It would be more like I think they said 6 plants for medical people and maybe 2 plants for regular, but I don't know. It's I don't know if it's ironed out yet. So
That's
and
great,
they
Jennifer. Congrats
And
on that.
people were saying if you're growing it and people see it in your yard, they'll either turn you in or steal it. So what good is that? Oh wow,
Oh, nice.
that's interesting. Yeah, alcohol and meds don't mix for sure.
Right.
I'm
Exactly.
not taking a lot of meds anymore, but what, honey?
I mean, if
What?
we go somewhere and like I don't ever get a drink or anything, maybe I would take a few sips and that's it. Bye, Glenn. Have a good day.
Bye, Glenn. Norton's trying to get a point across, and they're looking outside. What's going
Somebody's
on outside?
something is outside. Yeah, that's why
Something is
I take so many bells. That's
mosquitoes,
why
no
I don't
CMs.
do anything.
Why am I? I want to ask a question. Does anybody else have this issue? I am the opposite of, I am a mosquito attractant. Like, if everybody else is around me, they never get a mosquito bite, and I get 10. Why do they love me so much? I'm not, somebody said, it's because you're sweet. I'm like, yeah, I don't know what it is. It's like, I don't wear colognes.
Oh my
I
god.
hate, I don't wear perfume colognes. I'm trying. But I go out here right now, and if
Right,
I don't pay
Lisa?
attention, I will get bitten up in 10 seconds. And even in my bug-free zone, I put a mosquito net around here. I see bugs are in my, it's like a bug holder. There's one here. Boom. There's a bug here. See, there's bugs flying around in my bug tent. Oh, that's why, because there was a storm and the sides went up. Anyway, look, this is fun. I will show you something if I can figure out how to turn the camera around.
Wait, I'm gonna mute myself a second.
Oh, 9 people said something. Pheromones. I have sweet blood. I'm an O positive. My blood is positive, even if my outlook is not always. Well, let's see if I get stuck on the internet. We had a storm last night, and I don't know how to turn this around. But do you see this? Do you see this thing that happened in my yard? That somehow, maybe I'll go this way. Why can't I turn this around? And this tree decided to lose its. Why can't I show it to you? It's straight up and down. The branch like impregnated itself into my yard. Um, I'm glad nobody was walking under that, but that whole limb fell down.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. I thought that was somebody else. It's like where my sister-in-law lives, and I didn't know the number, so I wanted to make sure nothing happened to her.
Ah, settings, camera, back camera.
What
Now
did I
I can
miss?
show you. Yeah, here's a tour of my yard. Dog holes. Can you see? I could fall in. That is so deep. 4. And look at Norton now.
Right, mom knows.
Do you see a limb from the storm fell and impregnated itself into my ground? It's straight up and down like a tree. And Roxy's in the back smelling the fence. She's laying
That's
on
her
the ground.
favorite hangout. That's her
It is.
favorite hangout.
And Norton found part of that branch that fell off the tree and he's happy. It's as big as he is. You're happy with your branch, honey? Yes, he's wagging his tail. He's like, I got a branch, lady. It's bigger than me and I'm running around with it.
That
He's so
reminds me of that
strong.
TikTok when the guy brings his dog in and the dog can't get the tree that he's bringing in,
It's like it's bigger than he is. He brings pieces of trees over here and he like makes a little collection. Oh brother. All right. I don't know.
Mhm.
I Now let's do this front camera. Boop. All right. Ah. Well, it's sunny.
Yeah,
It's
we
always
had rain again today. We had two
it's
pretty days. It rained for like it seems like 2 weeks, and now it's like
well, it was storming yesterday. Am I gonna kill? Oh, I'm back. I thought I disconnected myself. I don't hear you.
oh, I was reading.
Yeah, it fell and went right into the
That's
ground,
okay,
like
Jennifer.
vertical.
Yeah, lucky it didn't fall on anybody. Like just straight out the and
Yeah,
crack
I'm
them on.
glad it did it. I'm glad it did it. The dogs are looking at me like, wow, that dog won't get away from that fence. I'm wondering what lives in the fence. I want to go on the other side and like what I don't even know what to call it. Dismantle the fence, like the stuff that's
Uh huh.
piled up, but I'm
Around it.
scared to see what's living in there.
Right.
What if it could jump out and bite me? It could be like a groundhog or something, and they're mean, I heard.
Right. Belle, are you still here? I went on that. Who was on there besides Belle? That discourse, is that what it's called? I went on there and I don't get it. I mean, I
Discord.
tried. I didn't understand
What?
it. Yeah.
I keep getting invited to be on people's Discord pages, and I have no idea how it works really.
Yeah,
Somebody,
I went on there and I tried to say hello, but I couldn't figure it out. I'm going to kill my son in about 2 seconds.
oh, that's what that noise is.
Yeah. So I didn't understand it. I don't know. I'm going to look at it again though. Okay. I'll get with you, Belle, then.
You're
And
right,
you hear
Jennifer.
him? Do y'all hear that? Like he has to make that much noise to move a trailer from the yard. Like he has his trailer that he pulls his four wheels on. And then the guy who's working on my house has his trailer that he has supplies on.
I think I should fire my hairdresser. What the hell?
Stop it.
What the hell's that? It doesn't look like anything. Like it makes no sense to me.
Actually, that was the hairdresser on the phone.
Well, if she was mine, well, I'm not going to say fired. I'm going to give her, see, I want to give her one more chance, but then, like, it's getting close to the
You,
wedding.
you're right, Jennifer. I probably would. All
You know
right, I'll
what?
call you
Nobody
later.
gets a break about, it's like, it could be a complete, I think women, when you get arrested, even if it's an accident, they don't, more women get convicted of crimes they're accused for than men. And I think
Right.
it's because we just don't want to plea it out and we're like, we're scared to testify. I'm just saying in general, I've never been on trial, but I know that when I worked for a center for abused women in New York State, and they said more women were convicted for retaliating or protecting themselves than men were convicted for
Mhm.
actually beating the women up. And it's heartbreaking to me.
Well, it's not the trailer that's loud, Jennifer. It's that damn truck. And he's got to rev the engine and then he's got to take off and he's got to peel out and then he's got to go back real fast. That's why my brand new car that was a month old, he took it and he backed in. When I got in it later and I was dropping my sister-in-law off, the muffler was hanging. And I'm like, John, what happened to my muffler? And he's like, well, oh, it's hanging? Like he didn't know what I was talking about. Well, he backed into a pile of dirt.
Oh,
Hmm. Didn't know what I was talking about though. I said, well, there's like a camera this big to show you the back. Well, I don't trust that. Well, God damn. Well, that boy, all this gray hair, got his name on it. He's a hot mess.
well, it was a crazy comment about what I was saying about what she was saying. But I was talking about women getting convicted for either protecting themselves or even getting mad enough to fight back. And
Mhm.
if if the women get completely injured or even sometimes, I don't know, like really bad, like a lot of guys just get off.
You couldn't hear it? That's thank you, Jennifer.
Well, I heard it only because I'm
You made a
wearing
lot of
these
noise, dude.
bone induction
I know.
earbud things or earphones,
He
and
knows
the
he
noise.
knows he made a lot of noise, but he wasn't trying to.
Yeah, I got my truck stuck
Okay.
in. I had to use my other truck to yank it out.
John, his truck got stuck in a ditch and he had to use the other truck to pull it up. That boy's a hot mess, I'm telling you.
He
I
should go on
smashed the,
TikTok. He
You
should go
what?
on TikTok and film it. He'll have a lot of followers.
the culvert, the plastic culvert. My tire was on it, but I managed to pull it back up. I'm gonna tell Dad to come with a jack or something so we can open it up more.
No,
All right, John.
but Jennifer, I'm so curious about that. Was it like a joke or was it like she was just being, was it like a little prank? Were they just playing around? That's scary. I want more details. I
Wow.
mean, you know how sometimes women can fold themselves up and they say, "Yeah, I could even fit in the suitcase. You could just put me in the suitcase and like I could be your luggage to go to California or something." And I know people die if they're in the cargo hold because they don't have the right temperatures or air quality. But I also feel bad for pets being shipped like that.
I know, huh?
Hmm. Yeah,
My poor little doggies would go crazy.
yeah. Well, when I was on a plane,
Oh, she
I
said there's
I
a
don't
video on YouTube.
I don't go on planes very often, but one of the last times I was on a plane, you know how people call it their emotional support animal? Someone had a cockatoo on the plane I was on. And I
Wow.
didn't notice it until we were getting off. I would have been wanting to play with it.
My daughter was telling me about this lady who left her child in the car for 6 hours while she went to work. It's the second time it happened. Second child that died.
I want to tell you something. I was in Walmart yesterday and they had an actual announcement. They went about it in such a way that I thought, what are they going to talk about? They said, we just want to talk to you about a certain issue you're having. You know, it's hot out and we want you to make sure that we know people are distracted, but maybe you should go and think about if you left something in the car like your kid or baby. And I'm thinking, the way they said it's like I would have said, "Yo, go outside and get your kid or baby." Like they were so casual. I was
Right.
like, it was a weird
I know.
announcement to me.
She said they were playing hide and seek and she fell asleep.
Oh,
Wow.
that's horrible.
She couldn't find him, so she just left him. That's
Terrible. I
wow.
mean, there's no I don't know what to say. That's it's a horrible
Who
tragedy. I
picks
mean,
a suitcase to hide in? I mean, I'm just saying.
well, I'm gonna tell you also don't play hide and seek in a refrigerator either. I heard that you can't breathe inside of those things. And kids who do that, like they'll play hide and seek and crawl into somebody's freezer or refrigerators, get like suffocated. Not good.
Oh wow. She recorded her oops, wait.
Oh boy. Well, that sounds like she's gonna be going to jail for a while.
Yeah,
Maybe.
she was
Like at
drunk.
least a few years. No,
Oh,
it's sad. I mean, you can kind of people will say, I don't know. I don't know.
damn, that's
You know, people
crazy.
are getting convicted of things that you used to think, like, let's say you're driving home and you, by accident, hit somebody in the road. Well, people are going to jail now for that. And I thought, isn't it considered an accident? I know it's a horrible tragedy, but there's times when you can't see the person on the side. People walk around out here, I swear, on roads with no lights, wearing
Negligent.
black, and you can't see them until you're like right on top of them
Mm-hmm.
and it's very dangerous. And these kids go out in groups and they do bicycle rides and they don't have reflectors or lights.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you don't notice them until you're right behind them. Well, yeah, she
Sometimes
did.
here, like when we ride on River Road, which is right along the Mississippi River, you get a lot of these guys that get off the ships, foreigners that get off the ships, and they walk on side the road, and they don't realize, you know, and when Barrett and I were dating, this person hit this guy and right in front of us and just kept going. It's crazy.
Well, in New Jersey, when it's icy on the sidewalks, some people walk in the street. And, I stopped listening to the news because I just felt like it was all bad news. But I had heard that they said this woman got struck by a car. I don't know if they knew or not, but they kept going. She was going to work and walking in the street because the sidewalk was icy, and she passed away. And they don't even know who did it. It's like I mean, obviously it wasn't right now, it was a few years ago, but
Right.
I felt so bad. It's just these are horrible things that happen. But it was totally an accident, I would think. I mean, if you're driving in icy conditions, you could
Mhm.
skid. It could be a complete accident. And I know
Right.
that, I don't know. But what she did, that sounds like, yeah, maybe it was like half, haha, you're in a suitcase, but if I'm not letting you out and I'm laughing and filming it, she's
Right. Yeah.
definitely
That's another whole story. That is crazy.
definitely another whole story.
Oh,
If
look,
she
Jennifer,
didn't know that he was hiding in there, it's a different thing.
she put the link for it.
I feel really congested all of a sudden. I went out for 10 seconds. I'm allergic to the world. That's going to be fun on the get married in the field, and I'm allergic to everything that has pollen
You better take allergy medicine before the wedding.
and every bug. Oh, so now Roxy is barking her head off at the wood pile.
Maybe there's a little creature in there, a
Oh
critter.
God. One day I went over there and I started like kind of tapping the fence with my foot, and something did run out, and I couldn't make out what it was. It looked a little bit like maybe a mouse or a
Hmm.
little bigger than a mouse, but I had no idea. I don't know what lives in a woodpile. Usually mice live in woodpiles.
I don't know.
We have
We have all kinds
voles.
here.
Voles. Do you know what a vole is?
It's sort of like a rat, is it? No.
They look like blind hamsters. They have like little teeny eyes, and they're about the size of a hamster, but they don't really have
Wow.
like tails.
Wow. That's some hide and seek game, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, I'll seek you.
I had to be, I mean, how big was this man that he, how big was the suitcase that they both could fit in it? I'm
They were
sorry, that
both sending, or was
just
it
popped
just
in my head. A gopher.
him? Even
I mean, we
a
have lovely things like armadillos and possums and
armadillo. We saw
armadillo.
armadillos when we were in Georgia.
I guess armadillo
Yeah,
is sort of
gophers.
like a squirrel.
An armadillo is like a squirrel. Yes, that's what it is. It's like a
Um,
squirrel. It's like
a
a squirrel
gopher?
with a suit
Y'all
of
said a
armor.
gopher?
Hi, Nordy. Hi, baby. He's gonna have happy butt now.
Belle wants to know if it's a gopher.
A gopher? Gopher broke? It's. Oh, you mean could it be a
The
gopher?
animal.
We've had groundhogs. Come here. Come here. We've had groundhogs. We've had raccoons. We used to have possum. I haven't seen any lately. We used to have a ton of squirrels, and now I hardly see a squirrel. We used to have so many squirrels. There'd be like 12, 5 to 12 squirrels running around chasing each other. Now I see a squirrel once in a while. Tony thinks that there's like, he said, you really think that there was a great squirrel apocalypse after that storm we had that year ago?
Marie.
When was Ida? Ida was about a year ago, right?
Yes.
Um, I have hardly seen any squirrels since then.
That's the
It's
hairpin.
like I mean, they didn't get wiped out of the neighborhood, but I guess all their nests blew away and they moved.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe they floated away. I don't really know what happened to them,
I
but
don't know. the lawyer who went mental and ran into people in a parking lot?
I heard that there's like these true crime stories of like women who go berserk and kill their lovers, boyfriends, husbands, and
Wow.
I've never seen them, but a lot of people say it's kind of fun. But some like a lot of guys, a lot of male comedians were saying if you see your girlfriend, wife, or significant other watching these shows, look out because they might be trying to get ideas. And I thought that's funny.
We know what kind of YouTube videos Jennifer watches. Let's see
Oh
what her
man.
playlist is.
And I'm and you know who told me about you I want to blame Johnny for this. Johnny told me about TikTok. He said he goes, if you have a short attention span, I said I like YouTube because I could like fast forward or play it twice the speed. And he said, well, if you really have a short attention span, go on TikTok. And and then when somebody said that there was TikTok Live, I didn't know that there was such a thing as TikTok Live. You know who said that, Robin? And I said to myself, self, go try to find this, but I couldn't find any lives until I was following the people that went live.
Uh-huh.
And now, if you go on TikTok and you search for Suzy Woozy or Suzy Woozy 321, I
And
go live.
you get to meet
Oh,
a lot of people who are looking for green cards.
that's for sure. I could have a boyfriend in almost every other
Country.
country
Yeah.
in the world. Oh, one guy went on a live, and this woman is doing these tarot readings, and he says out loud, I want you to help me. I want to find a rich woman in the United States. I'm looking to move to the United States and marry a rich woman. And I'm thinking, well, what guy isn't, honestly? It's like, I think everybody would love to marry rich. It's like, good luck with that. That's an interesting life ambition. It's
Wow.
like, yeah, maybe you should just try to work on having a nice job and then move to the United States and work hard, and you'll find a woman if you're a decent man.
I kind of fell into the TikTok hole this morning before I went on Victoria's channel. It's
Well, I wasn't up yet, so you didn't see me, that's for sure.
yeah, well, I was getting dressed and Sean goes, Miss Susie's on. He's my personal announcer to let me know Susie.
I went on to tell people to come here and watch us, and everybody who said, yeah, 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 where are they? I don't see you. But Dawn, you're the one that sees if there's lurkers. I can't tell. They might be here watching.
No,
Okay.
it only shows 9.
Well, but how many people are talking? I see three people talking. Maybe they're there and we don't know.
I don't know. I don't
Well,
know.
if you are here from TikTok,
What
thank
kind
you
of
for coming.
interesting stuff everybody has today? I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know.
You want to know what's interesting going on today?
Yeah.
I have to wash dishes. Is that interesting?
Mhm. I got a lot to do. Well, they're working in the back at my house.
Do you
So the contractor finally showed up and then he said he'd be here for 9 this morning. It's
I decided
10:15. He's still not here.
I decided to do TikTok videos of my animals thinking that it was kind of a neutral territory that
Hmm.
you can kind of make a video out of a photograph. And I showed one to Tony that I just I made it go I just did all these effects on it and it played a song in the background. And he said, that's a video? He goes, you call that a video? He said, that is not a video. He said that is a still image and you made it move around. He's like, that's a travesty. That's a travesty that you're calling that a video. He's like, at least make a video out of your videos. And I'm like, I love
Belle says she's still here.
Tony enjoys making videos and he makes nice ones. He made a couple very romantic videos. I swear that sold me on him.
Aw.
He puts up these amazing Christmas lights that are kind of strange and they go all over his house and his yard and they're beautiful. And when you walk through them, it's like a magical garden, especially if there's snow on the ground. And one time he put like a big red heart in the middle of his yard and when he did his video, he made it like pulse to Frank Sinatra's Fly Me to the Moon, and he kissed me like whenever the lyrics said that. And it was just so romantic that I couldn't even believe it. Because he seems not like that at all, honestly. He's a very like non he's not that romantic, truthfully. But
I smelled something burning, and so I just yelled at them to see who's burning something, but something spilled in the oven and nobody picked it up, but then they put something in the oven. My
you
kids
know,
do Snapchat.
someone asked me if I did it. I've never ever do I heard that if you took a picture and you posted it on Snapchat, it would like just disappear in a couple minutes, and that annoyed me. So I never
Oh, it
wanted.
disappears? I don't know.
That's what I heard. I
I
thought
haven't done it.
that's why a lot of people were saying like they were flashing body parts. It was like a big controversy a few years
Oh,
ago that
wow.
like high schoolers were like showing everybody things that they shouldn't be showing. And they
Oh,
said, "Well, it disappears." And then someone said, "No, nothing disappears on the internet, honey. You could do a
no, it doesn't.
screenshot and then have it forever." So,
It's going to
I was
go
like,
somewhere. Right.
"Yep." It
Hmm.
was a sweet video. It was so sweet. I'll tell you his YouTube, and then Jennifer could put it down for y'all to peep on it. He's the letter A, and then it's Valent, Valent 99, and that's his YouTube. And you could see all the videos that he's made. He's made some unusual videos. He made one about cicadas. Oh, we did one together where we did it about the foxes of Island Beach State Park in New Jersey, and I took the photographs and he did the video. But I mean, he did some stuff with the photographs I wouldn't have done as much. I mean, I had a lot of fox pictures and he keeps showing a couple of them over and over. But we were watching these foxes run around after each other, and they were coming near us, and they were fighting. And
My contractor's calling. Hold on.
okay, well, I didn't want to be in the middle of this fight because they were like, if you ever go on my Instagram, also you could see my fox pictures. Um, and these two foxes are gorgeous, fighting after each other. But yeah, I don't go on Snapchat, and I think like TikTok and YouTube are enough for me. Oh, I have Instagram. Well, the Instagram was really for me. My Instagram is a lot of very. It used to be for fun. Now it's just my photographs that I've taken. So I am Susan and Trixie on Instagram. If you want to go on there and look at my photographs, I'd welcome you to go take a peek. It's not private. You posted my honey's videos. Now you can see all the dirt on me if you have time. I don't know. Oh, up in the bill. I don't know. Well, this is the thing about contractors. They Everything goes up in price, and then the
Yes,
the
Bill.
job keeps getting bigger and bigger, and then they have to charge more for like, you have to pay more for the parts. Like once they uncover something, like when I was getting my house painted, I had to have my windowsills replaced, and then forget the fact that the first contractor left the job with my windowsills pulled off my house and the window out and then cheated me out of $950. I had to then hire someone immediately. So I almost had to take, I mean, I had to take the guy that almost bid the cheapest price. And he didn't do such a great job, but he pulled off my windowsill and he said, your whole wall is like wet in here. And he goes, you should get the whole thing replaced. And I'm like thinking, I can't replace the whole half of my house. Or not half, but
Hmm.
the whole wall. And I said, what if you just change the windowsill and put it back? How long will my house stay up and not fall down around me? And he said, well, I don't know. I can't predict.
Right. Well, my contractor just called to say, I'm at home. I have all your lumber that I'm bringing, and
I
it's
hope that
pouring
wasn't.
down rain here. And I don't want to put it in the rain because it's not treated lumber, so I don't want it to swell up and da 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 da. And
I wonder
So
who's
if it's not
coming.
raining tomorrow, they give
What
rain.
did he said he's
They
not
give
bringing
rain
over
for the
the,
next 10 days.
wait.
We're starting to mildew here because it's so rainy. But so he can't come today because my lumber that's on his trailer is untreated and it's pouring down rain. In the meantime, my son, who doesn't like change,
Oh,
is out of a room, which means I have to sleep on the sofa because he's sleeping in my bed. It's a long story, but anyway, not
hold
happy.
on a second.
Hi, Crossover Paranormal Society. How are you? Thanks for coming in.
Hello.
Yes, he bailed on me, Jennifer. Again, the two beautiful days that we had before, he didn't show up and gave me some excuse. Then he showed up yesterday and it was pretty, but now it's going to rain the next 10 days. I mean, Belle can tell you we're like drowning here. Every day it's rain. And then I think
That
they have some kind of disturbance at the bottom of the Gulf. So, like around Mexico. So that just brings rain. If, not saying it's going to turn into anything, but the problem is if, we, once something is in the Gulf, we can't get insurance or anything like that. And, it's just a long story and it's crazy. And it's like, I'm really bummed now.
that call was from a guy who wants to buy my house, and he keeps offering me less and less and less each time he calls me. And I think, what are you, insane? My house keeps going up in
Bad
value.
news hour. Well, it's
I'm like,
it's going under the house, Jennifer. It's like the sills, the main sills in the back of the house. So yeah. So he says once he gets it here, if it's raining, once he gets it in, I don't know. I'll call Mr. Southern Fines and let him know. But he doesn't do.
what?
Wait,
Is
did I
this?
say this is John's friend?
Can I say? Can I ask you a question? He
Hmm.
has untreated lumber. Is that appropriate for the job that he's doing? I
Yeah.
know that
Yes.
there's,
Yes.
okay, good,
Yes.
because there's definite jobs where you need treated lumber and some where
Yes.
you're not necessarily supposed to
Like
use
I
it
have
on the
some
inside.
outside that's treated that, you know, but
Yeah.
this, yeah, this is going under and
Yeah, I
like
guess
gonna be
treated lumber
floored.
could release fumes that aren't
Yeah,
special and it can't be painted, I've heard.
exactly. Though, because now we're in hurricane season and this is going, and with the disturbance in the Gulf. Oh God,
I mean, that
wants
could
to
be
watch.
an option, but I don't know, like I get the feeling that it's kind of personal stuff. But Tony right now has people living in his house that are related to him. And I think there's going to be an issue with getting our houses sold at the same time so that we could start a life together in a neutral household. So I asked him, when we get married, are you still going to live in your house? I'm going to live in my house.
Oh
Because
my
it doesn't really make sense financially. And then I said, so sell your house now. It went up, like it goes up like a few percentage points every month. And in 1 year, it went up, the value of it went up like 100 grand. And it's not in great repair. However, I think no matter what, like if he was gonna, let's just say he was gonna get 100 grand, he would have gotten 200 grand because the price went up 100,000. So he's saying, well, I'm not going to get what they say. Well, what they say on the internet is that like the price per square foot in his area could mean his house is worth 400,000.
God.
So it's like, why not just try to sell it now? You would make a lot of money on it. Now, I
Right.
paid a lot of money for my house. So it's just now around the point where I would break even. And this guy's calling me and offering me like 150,000 less than it's worth. on the open market. And
Exactly.
even though it's easier to just say, okay, I'm just going to move out and not deal with selling my house, I don't want to get ripped off either.
Hmm. Right.
I want to get as much as I could get.
Definitely. It is hard to find a
And
good contractor.
you're not joking about that because the I have post contractor stress disorder after that guy quit the job and left me like hanging and he he took $950 my dollars and he said if you want it sue me, and he knew that at the most I would get is probably like half of that back, and yet he would never pay it to me. He knew he would not.
Right.
So you have to file court papers to ask for the money. That costs money. You have to spend a day or two of your life at the courthouse. That's money in a way. I mean, it's your time's worth money.
Shoot.
And
Trying to get contractors, he's the only one that answered and came. All the rest will come out, they'll give you a estimate, and then they
quote,
won't come back. You won't hear them back.
now, I know, like when I was getting my roof done and I would ask people to come out, some people would say, "Oh, that's going to cost $8,000." And another person would come out and say, "Well, that's going to cost 12,000." And then the prices would just they would either go up and down. And then I said, "Well, I also need my house painted." And they would say like, "Oh, I'll paint your house for 7 grand. I'll paint your house for 12." And I'll be like, the one guy that finally said, "I'll do it for like 5,000." And I'm thinking, winner, winner, chicken dinner. But then it's sad
Well,
that
our
you have
roof person wasn't the problem. We got the roof quickly because there was a lot of roofers out making money on people's roofs. But the other part is hard. I'm going to
it's
kill that boy. I swear.
it's it's
I
nice to
wish I
have a
could
good
hear
one.
that. Mm-mm-mm.
Where's Norn gonna live?
I have got to go send out a package, one package. So, guys, if you sell on YouTube, if you sell on eBay, list because you don't sell if you don't list. I haven't been listing, so my fault. I can't blame YouTube. eBay. I just can't.
You have a lot on your plate right now.
I know, but still,
You
I
know,
need
you're
to. I need to sell to pay rent.
well. Do people know about your new business venture? You should probably say
Oh,
it at the beginning.
yeah. I'm gonna be in a Hey, Marketplace. How are you? I am going to be in a. I have an
Hi,
antique booth,
Marketplace.
and it's opening. Well, my place becomes available on September 1st because the lady was moving out who had that place. And then when I went to look at it to see where I was going to put stuff, she tells me that the lady called her
Ah,
crying and wanted her space back, but she told her it was too late. I feel bad for her, but she
come
chose
on.
to leave. Yeah, it's just been life has been happening. And then tomorrow I have a doctor's appointment with my rheumatologist. My mom gets an injection for her knee. So that's by the time we get back, because that's in New Orleans, the whole day will be gone. So,
I didn't
and
even
I don't have
check.
any business thrifting while I'm out because I have so much stuff.
I didn't even check to see if I sold anything. I haven't gone on my email. That's silly. I don't have
Well,
alerts
it's
up.
changed, but I only have three things listed on Posh, so I know that's not gonna I'm not gonna be selling anything there.
Well,
But
if you really don't want to sell on Posh, you should probably say not for sale, not for sale, not for sale, and just hold your place because um
I should
sometimes you
have done
do
that because I did. I quit Posh and then I went back and
sometimes people like I had a friend who thought she closed down one of her closets and started a whole new closet, and she sold something from the original closet, and
no,
she's
I
like,
had
well, I don't know.
canceled out and everything. Jennifer said yes, you were going out every
Well,
day.
pretty much. I've sold like
Yeah,
two
that
things in
girl.
the last like month. It's not
Well, I
exactly
have
popping over
a
here.
patent base going out today,
Oh, honey bunny.
so and it has to
Hello.
go out. So I have to go do that, but I don't know.
Geez, there, cap
That's
on.
right, Jennifer. Get on it, Jennifer. Start listing some of that jewelry.
What? What are you laughing at?
And Greg told Jennifer, get on it.
Yeah, get on it, right? You need someone to make you list?
Maybe we ought to do a listing. I ought to do a listing thing. Working
Of,
list while we talk.
can you list while you talk? I
If
could
I
do
have pictures
research.
already done.
I mean, I could look up prices of stuff for people. I like doing that. I like doing comps and stuff.
Yeah.
I like comps and I like shopping and I like doing comps. I just hate listing
No,
and I hate packing up stuff. I hate going to the post store. I don't
I
really
don't
like any
mind
of
the
that.
packing. I hate the listing.
Getting a
I
headache.
did I did Glam's challenge last time and I never did anything. So
Do they have like do you have to chip in
oh, I
money?
hate that when that happens. She said she had to say one thing and they said it was a mistake. Don't you hate that?
Yeah.
Well,
I
my son's
tried to cancel my
I'm so excited. Yes. I
I
know he's
want to tell you
terrible.
I want to tell you something about Amazon. I bought something on Amazon and I did not have it in my cart. Then I was just looking at other things and they said that something I had purchased was still in my cart and it was a snafu and I purchased it again. And Tony just said, just don't even bother. Like we could, it's AAA batteries, and I was buying like 48 of them because I have all these like little digital
You
candles
can
that
always
need
do that.
AAA. I'm thinking, but I can't like possibly use around 100 batteries.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even if I ran a sex toy business, I wouldn't be able to use up 100 batteries. It's silly.
My boys are so kind. One just brought me a new Coke. The other one is making me coffee.
Well, I would like a new Coke. I wish my dogs would be butlers.
Suzy needs a new Coke. Actually, she likes Pepsi.
I know. I like Coke too. I'm pretty
So,
easy.
huh?
I'll take any diet beverage.
What? He's not
Tony
coming to.
just knows I like Pepsi, so he gets Pepsi, but I'll take a Diet Coke. But I prefer the like very specific one like you have. It has to say like it used to say Coke Zero, and that's what I like. Now it just says Coke no sugar or something.
Wait, what I told you? Were you with me at Walmart when I was telling you about that Coke? It was creamy something.
What creamy what?
It was a Coke Zero, but it had the name of it was shoot. I can't think of the name. No, the big one. I can't think of what the name of it was.
Creamy. That sounds.
They
I'm a
had
little
one. They had
intrigued.
a new one a couple weeks ago that I saw at Walmart. It was in a white can, and it was Coke Zero, and it was watermelon and kiwi. And then
Did you try it? Did it taste like fruit only and not Coke, or was
wrong,
it Coke
wrong
with fruit
son,
in it?
Jennifer, wrong son. And then this one said creamy. I don't know. It was no the other one, the black total, the total blue
Was
one.
it like vanilla Coke? So it had like a creamy kind of.
I don't know. It didn't say. So
What are you
it's a
crying,
cream. I think I was on the phone with my sister, so she goes, maybe
Mommy?
it's
It's
like a green,
early for
like
lunch,
an orange
buddy.
flavor. She thought maybe it was my sister I was on the phone with, and she thought maybe it was like an orange flavor.
Like a creamsicle? Is it called
Yeah,
creamsicle? That's
it just
orange and
cream. It
vanilla.
just cream, unless it was like a cream soda, maybe.
Now, diet cream soda, I mean, it's not really my bag, but maybe if it was mixed with um, Coke, I wouldn't mind it.
No, Lisa and Jennifer, it's wrong sons. I have three, four. I have four sons,
He's barking at his
and
food bowl, I
the
think.
three that lives with me, the two that are giving me drinks, and not the one who's acting like a crazy man.
If you're barking for food, you better stop. You have a half hour to
One
wait.
of them is tearing up the yard.
I am not going to feed you.
And I have a medicine box like an old lady. Yeah, Sean, because I'm old.
Barking. Hi,
Yeah,
Roxy.
I want y'all to see. This is my new pill. Is that insane?
It's a big pill, but
It
my
is.
6-year-old pill is just as big as that.
Huh? That's for my diabetes. My youngest wants to know what is that for. So I'm gonna be shoveling pills in while we talk. How about that?
I already took mine, but I'm feeling a little.
He said you got a lot of diabetes. Better take it.
Got a lot of
I,
that.
I
You have
use
a
them
lot of
all
that
the
sugar.
time, but I can't do that with this. Marketplace. My son just said that. He goes, now they're gonna watch you gag. It went down, but I could feel it ever since I had my neck surgery. I have scar tissue, so when I swallow, it's like yeah.
I thought
You
he was
want?
eating
It's
my
just
sofa.
John. It's just John, the one that y'all saw. It's him acting like a butt.
He's chewing on that pretzel-looking toy. He gnaws on things like he's a rabbit. They say they get dopamine from chewing.
Oh, really? Ouch, Precious. She's
She's got a
little.
wrench and she's
She
willing
can
to
make
use
your
it.
leg go to sleep.
She's got a wrench.
Yep. Come on over, Jennifer, and knock him out. He introduced me to his new girlfriend yesterday.
Oh, you never told me about that. I popped
Yeah.
into the screen.
Actually, I was leaving, so she was sitting in the truck with him.
And
And very nice, very nice.
okay.
Now, he told my contractor that he's getting married. I'm not supposed to know. Yeah.
That's big news. Do you think it's true?
I don't know. With
Do
him,
you
he falls fast and
you
hard.
have you have to like you have to meet her and see if she's
She's very nice. I think she's a police officer.
okay.
And
So she has I mean, I was actually gonna say something like make sure she's like not just wanting a sugar daddy, like he could be a sugar daddy. But you know
well,
what I mean? Like
that's what happened the last time. Jennifer wants to know if your fur baby is chewing on your arm of your couch.
my fur baby chewed
Thank you,
okay.
Marketplace.
My fur baby has a toy in his mouth. However, there was one time when he was laying on the actual piece of leather and he chewed a hole in it while he was chewing on his toy. So I now have to buy a new sofa thanks to him. And
Oh, I'm sorry. I read that wrong. She said at least he's not chewing on your sofa.
oh, okay.
Right, Jennifer? Well, maybe if she can make him drive slower, or I don't know. He was supposed to get married once,
Okay.
and the girl, I mean, he fell head over heels for this girl, and she was supposed to have surgery, and then they canceled the surgery, and she canceled the wedding. So I think she was looking for somebody to
Someone
pay her bills while she was
or
out of
to
work.
oh, I was gonna say someone to help her recuperate.
Yeah. Then she got pregnant for the boyfriend for another guy who was John's best friend. So let's just say that. Uh huh. I know,
And
Jennifer.
then
I don't.
does he still talk to that guy?
No, very rarely. I mean, and they were really good friends. He
That's
was
so
very hurt.
sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, who wouldn't be very hurt? That's horrible.
Right, Jennifer. I saw that after that you said that. At least he's not chewing on the sofa. So yeah, yeah. So, but I don't know how long he. Yeah, right, Belle. Very scandalous. I
He
don't know how
is.
long he's been dating this little girl. So I say little girl. She's a woman, but I forget my kids are like in their 30s. Well, he is.
Well,
So
that's another thing to talk about as well. Like how, I mean, some people, like I think Victoria was saying, she had basically just met Todd and they fell for each
Mhm.
other right away and they got married soon and it's been a long, happy marriage.
Right.
Now, I think that if I jumped into marriage with anybody I had just met, it would have probably been a super huge mistake in
This one,
general.
yeah, I guess Jennifer, he didn't tell me nothing. He told us to the contractor, who is his friend. So I don't know, but she's a very, very pretty girl. Garrett said he thinks she's from the Virgin Islands, but
Okay.
and she was a police officer, and
Was or is? Because
I
that's
guess
an important
I
thing.
must. I must. Yes. Except
I,
my house must be paid in place. I don't know.
yeah, I still think people should be looking for plumbers.
But
You should
him and the
get,
contractor are best. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to say best friends, but they're very good friends. You know, they go mud
now,
riding together.
I
So I
think
think that
some
would
of your
be
children should look
fun.
for contractors to marry. That would be helpful.
Yeah, really. Well, with him, a police officer could be very helpful. He may be upset that I just put his
And
business on YouTube,
wait,
but
maybe that's how he met her. Maybe he was being pulled over for a ticket and he like smiled, and did a little winky wink. And she was like, "Hey, I'll give you a warning."
actually, no, Belle. The reason I'm accepting the delays is because there's no other contractors to be found.
Wow. Ken.
So,
Ken
and
has his sister story. That's amazing.
wow.
Well, I'm still with Tony after 8 years, and we're finally getting married. I would have preferred probably to have married him earlier on when we were
No,
in that
Jennifer. He works on
fishing
the
phase.
river on the tugboat, and he's working on his captain's license. So he's got like a license where he can. Thank you, Thomas. You want to say hi?
Hey, Miss Susie.
What you want to say hi to
Hi.
everybody?
Wait, I didn't see. Did he stop? Did he peek
You want
in?
to
Because
bring that in? Hold on.
I had the. I was reading the comments. Hi.
This
How's it
is Thomas.
going? Hi,
This is
Thomas.
the third son, and down from the top. So, but anyway, I forgot what I was saying. Oh
Somebody
no,
was here.
so he's getting his captain's license to be a tugboat driver. So he
Blushy
passed. He's got one more
Pepino.
test to take.
Link
Oh,
StreamYard.
that's a troll.
Quickly. Yeah, like that's gonna happen.
They're saying hi, Thomas.
Somebody's in our chat who how did you find out about our show? Did you find out from,
It's a troll, I think.
well, is it a troll or was it somebody I told to come from YouTube, which could also be a troll? Or
Oh, yeah, the
did,
boat son, Jennifer. Right, right, right. I don't know. Is it or is it not?
oh, Jennifer, he's talking to you. He might be just a troll then. Can you click on people's faces and go right to their, no, I can't. I can't see their profile or if they have a profile.
It
Wow.
just says block or put in timeout.
Jennifer could go look. Go look
Jennifer
at
says,
this guy.
good or be gone.
Be good or be gone. That's right.
Boy, Cajun, Johnny put somebody in their place today for asking where was the bingo prize or something. He said he
Ooh, what
blocked her once or threw her out.
there was some I went to bingo when he first started doing it and there were a lot of people. There was somebody who was really annoying him at the bingo. I wonder if it was the same person. You know,
Right.
why would you bug somebody about a prize? Like I've won prizes I've never gotten. I mean, seriously, not from him at all, but I mean from other people on this app. And you know what? If people say they're giving out a prize and they don't do it, that's fine. And I just may never watch you again or trust you. That's that's it.
Jennifer, I want to be good with you because you have moderator. Evidently, Jennifer has a relationship with this person.
Do you know
Jennifer
this
has to
person from
say it.
other?
Belle says Jennifer has a fan. Oh,
Honey,
he must want to go out, or oh, is it food time?
he's barking right at me, and at noon, I will give him food, but I will not give him food while he's barking in my face because
Oh,
that is setting the wrong precedent. I will not be bullied by a big dog.
he says, "Oh yeah."
Why don't you say it in a funny, whiny voice, which is fun? When he goes,
Wait, wait, G says, "Hey, Jennifer's mine."
Jennifer's his.
Oh,
You can't have her.
Jennifer, you want to block that person?
Ooh, he's up in my face. Ooh, ooh. You're a very demanding puppy. Oh my gosh. This puppy wants everything right away. He barks at me for everything. Oh. And he's well taken care of, believe me. He's not starving. What's going on? Oh,
I
somebody
blocked that
got
person.
blocked. Okay. No more. If they're blocked, can they still listen to us? I don't know how it works. I've never been, well, maybe I will get blocked now because I said that. But I don't know why he would want to.
Jennifer said it's just a YouTube. I just didn't like the last comment he made.
What did he say?
It was ugly.
All right. Well, you'll tell me later.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't like ugly. Look, let's just say
yeah.
one thing.
He was a jerk.
Not everything we say is completely serious. Sometimes
Oh,
we're
you
sarcastic
missed
and
that,
being
Jennifer.
poking fun.
He was saying something about the size of his man part.
Oh, really? Oh, no,
Yeah,
no, no. Don't do that. That's wrong. I don't care if it's the size
I
of a
think it was
pea
meant.
or the size
Wait,
of
I
a
think it was
pipe.
meant for Greg,
Yeah,
actually.
well, like, we don't
And
want to
his
know.
was.
And people who usually brag are covering up for the real truth that it is the size of like a string bean. So, sorry. I don't, and we don't need to know that. I mean, it's like, how deep is your love? And they'll say, well, my love is, yeah, sorry.
Wow, that's crazy, 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 crazy.
What do you think is
So,
crazy? Yeah, and you didn't even
and these
see it?
people do this.
That would
I
even,
mean,
well, I mean, not that I
what?
want you to see it if you, but it would be almost funny if you could say, yeah, he tried, he was such a jerk, you
Ow,
don't want that
precious,
to go
my
on.
leg. She's like, yeah, this dog is light, but she's
I'm
not
trying to
light.
hide from my dog barking at me. I
Where
left
are
the
you?
room.
In the bathroom?
No, I'm in the bathroom in the kitchen. I wish I had a bathroom on the first level. The only bathroom I would have would be like if I had a porta potty or something. No, man. This house has only one bathroom. That's a drawback.
Greg. Oh my
An
God,
itty
that's
bitty
so
teeny
freaky. That
weeny. At least oh,
right?
maybe it's yellow polka dotted.
I don't remember
But
exactly, Jennifer, but it was after Greg said you were his, and then he said something about he has
a big thing.
a big bang, and something else before that. I don't know.
Well,
Anyhow,
you and your big thing can go find someplace else to talk about it. Yeah, that isn't that called like
yeah, he said he had
OnlyFans or
a
something?
big D.
The big D. I'm not farting. I'm opening a soda.
Yeah, we know. You doing
Mm.
that at the same time. Oh shoot.
No.
I saw my husband come in, but I never saw him go out.
Where'd he go? There's not a lot of
Hmm.
places they can hide, I would imagine. In your
Well, I must have just not saw him. He probably ran in to use the bathroom and then left.
maybe that's
Sometimes he'll do that when he's like passing in the area.
I was talking last night to somebody and Tony was leaving for the night And I gave him a kiss like I always do, and then
Isn't
Tony
she,
left.
Lisa?
And
Lisa said you're very mobile today.
I didn't put okay. I'll just put this down and not touch it. And
Well, you need to scoot in some more. Uh,
well,
maybe he is a Houdini husband, but Belle, if he
I'm
went on the back door, he'd have had to jump 4 feet down from the house because they tore up our porch and the steps are not there. So,
oh, look. This is what the dog he wanted to play ball.
ah,
All right, back up. He's doing it.
my
Belle, let's
Belle,
see if he can
my dog
catch it.
Belle,
Oop, he
wants
caught
to
it.
play catch every morning when I'm trying to drink my coffee.
Oh, and then I smack my face with the ball when I do that, which is really great. Whoop. He's been getting really good at catching the ball. He bounces it himself. We have a little ball that looks more like a tennis ball. He bounces it and then he catches it on the rebound and then he throws it down and he catches it. I'm like, he's dribbling or whatever they call it.
Jennifer said
He-
that person wasn't being good or honest.
That's funny.
Oh my goodness.
But I've
I
I've
want to
always
know what trolls get out of trolling.
it's called
Are they
negative
just bored?
attention, which is the
Are they
same as
just
positive
bored?
attention.
I mean, I don't
People,
know.
listen to me. People are so miserably bored and so lonely that they feel like the only way that they can get some excitement in their life is to stir up some trouble, and it's negative attention, and it's I don't know what it's for them. It's some kind of dopamine release, like they're getting
Mhm.
something out of it, but it's not good. But and a lot of times they're kids and they
Yeah.
don't have fully formed frontal lobes, I'll say.
Mhm.
I
They
feel like
don't
they're just,
realize how they damage other people's channels. I mean, look at Johnny, from that
well, there's
person.
some people that also, I feel, I don't know if that was the case. I mean, it was obviously some kind of an exhibitionist. However, a lot of times people try to damage channels because they're haters. I mean, I don't have a lot of a following here, there, or anywhere. But I heard that even on, I'll say on the other network like TikTok, if you start to get a lot of followers and start to have any sort of success on there, a lot of the bigger channels will send people to your channel and try to crush it. And they get
Right.
you banned and they call it bananaed. They're very tender over there. You can't say
Yeah.
certain words. And
Right. Yeah.
but
They
people
are.
I know, almost everybody told me right from the start, have two accounts because if one of your accounts gets banned, you want to go on with the other account. But it's like, isn't there enough to go around for everybody? I felt that way about reselling. Like, I'm going to be selling maybe occasionally the same thing that you're selling, but for the most part, I have a completely different set of stuff. And I feel that there's so much room out there for people to make money. If
Mm-hmm.
I can help you make a little bit more money and I make your day a little better, that's so much more positivity putting out in the
Right.
universe. Like pay it forward. Like get an extra sale. Like if you learned a new trick, share it with somebody and maybe
Mm-hmm.
they'll make more money and the whole world will be better
Right.
off for it. Why knock
Yeah.
people down? I don't know.
Right.
It bugs
That's what
me.
Greg was saying. I think Taller Girl, Scarlett, started out as a troll.
I heard that. But it
Yeah.
wasn't really like
Well,
trolly
I heard
troll.
that. I think Victoria had said she thought she was a troll. I don't know. I don't know the
Well, she
story.
used to go on that Donna and T's channel, and they
Uh-huh.
used to always say she's our favorite troll, and she stuck around because she had that
Oh,
channel
okay.
that was about, I'll call it water sports. I didn't know what water sports was until I looked it up, but
Well,
it involves certain kinds of water that come out of
yeah.
people.
Well, I
Anyway,
asked her one day. I said, "Do you have a channel?" And she laughed and she said, "Yeah, here's my link."
and then she says, I'm a complete angel. And then I forgot if she actually talks on her videos. Like I
No,
really
she
seriously turned
doesn't.
on,
It's just the noise.
and that's
Anyway,
it. Like I heard, and I think she said I made a big tinkle today or something. I
yeah.
was like, are you kidding
Jennifer
me?
wants to get rid of all her dogs. And Lisa said that's because you have the yapping titles. Yeah, wait.
Why
Yeah,
can't I
no
just
one
say
takes
she
care of
pees?
them. Right.
Do you
We're
know?
supposed to either,
I try.
yeah, nobody takes care. I know that feeling.
She's
Jennifer
so
says
funny.
she pees. She pees.
I'm skirting the issue because I feel like some people are tender, and I feel like I'm on the other channel that gets mad if you just say certain words. Like
Mhm.
one girl said the word that at one time she was feeling, she called it sidle, which meant off in herself.
Right.
And then she actually said the full word. And as soon as she said the full word, somebody wrote in the chat, don't say the full word because they'll ban you. And the live instantly went dead. And
Right.
I felt bad for her. She was actually doing a positive post
Hmm.
live saying, I'm here to speak out against bullying. I think everybody, has issues and
Right.
people who bully are like horrible. And she
Jennifer
was
wants
going
to know
on.
why can't you just say she pees?
She pees. She pees and films it. I don't care about
Well, I
saying
think
it.
there's a difference between YouTube and TikTok, and that's, Jennifer said we just talked about all sorts of stuff. So,
All
and you
right.
don't
Well,
want
I
to
want to
pee?
I want to try to keep it like I could say urination or like
Micturation.
she releases a stream of urine into the toilet and captures it on video for our enjoyment.
Have you actually watched one of her videos?
I told you, I turned it on. I
Hey,
saw that she
Regina.
said something like, I have a wee pee today, and I heard tinkling, and I went off. I was like, it was so long ago. I
Popping
was like,
in during the pee conversation,
shush.
talking about one of our the viewers that comes to most channels, and her YouTube is about her sounds of her peeing.
Guess what doesn't work? Norton ruined his new pig. His new pig doesn't squeak anymore.
Belle, being a nurse, I forget about that, and I kind of talk about anything, even when I'm eating. It doesn't matter. We talk about everything.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, but I'm a very earthy person, and in a way, I was trying to skirt issues.
Ted said we can
However,
talk about the tube, but not what comes out of it.
the urethra, she's emitting liquid from her urethra and her bladder into
Oh my goodness.
a
Regina,
porcelain
I missed you a
receptacle.
lot this week. Life has been crazy.
People actually watch and comment. I don't understand that. I don't understand people that, you know, growing older and the
And
internet is sort of fascinating when you see, how people have like some kinks going on. And back in the day, what was kinky? People wearing fishnet stockings and high heels. I don't really know what was like it was, I guess somebody would use like tools to sort of pat somebody on the butt with. I don't
right,
even know. But
right.
the kinks are so
If
kinky
you watch a
weird.
couple of Scarlett's videos, yes, she pees. She
She's
is
so
sweet,
sweet. She's so
Lisa.
nice.
She is very kind.
But anyway, I mean, I saw people talking about, you want to talk about kinky stuff? Weird stuff, like wanting people to film
Jennifer
them
says
squashing
she
bugs or sitting on
she said she
birthday
can't bring
cakes.
herself to watch the pee videos, but she watches the ducks and the geese. I didn't see
Okay.
those. I mean, because
I
I
have,
never went back because I thought that's all it was.
yeah, that's me too. I'm very fascinated. She said she was walking around a castle and she named it, and I Googled the castle to like look at it on the internet, but um, yeah, I'm not interested in seeing someone urinate, so that's not gonna.
Yes, Jennifer, I love her too. I mean, she's a mess. She's a hot mess. I bet in person she's so fun to be with.
I have a headache. Do you understand? You don't understand headaches. You have a big
No, I
head.
don't understand. Regina, I have to say, your co-host is a hoot. I mean, he is so funny. I don't know if any of you watched
Hi, Regina.
Regina's mom,
Ooh.
but he is a
Ooh.
hot mess. It's so funny.
You're so cute. Why are you so annoying?
I'm not gonna
Oh.
tell my husband or Sean, but Thomas makes awesome coffee. No, 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 Belle. She doesn't show that. All she, it's like I want to say the one I saw. It was like blacked out, but you just hear the sound. She doesn't show anything.
She could just be like spilling a
No,
jar of water
no,
into the
yeah, no, no,
toilet
no
if she's not
pictures.
showing.
It's just the sound.
Well, then it could be bogus too. It could just be water from a jar or a cup
Derek, that's
making a
his name.
splash. No nudity.
Gina,
No
Regina,
nudity.
what did you like?
Shh. You know what? My dogs are naked. Don't tell anybody, but they don't have any clothes on.
Oh, I know.
He's naked. Look at him. This little naked boy.
What's the name of his channel, Regina? Oh, Fundamentals. Okay.
Shh. P Dark ASMR. Is there seriously like a P for a?
Wow, those ASMR videos are a trip.
Oh, will you knock it off? You're being so annoying. Oh my gosh.
Thanks,
Let me.
Jennifer. She
I
posted
have to
both
walk
of them.
around and see if.
Now, they're not sub to y'all sub to each other.
Yeah.
Regina's voice is so soothing.
So then she could do ASMR.
She could do ASMR. Ah, Lisa said her dog's looking around wanting to know who's barking.
Well, it's Norton. Norton just got
Thomas must have
water.
Thomas must have Bella because she hasn't been in here barking. Usually she wants to go out at the same time.
How many people are in the room now? Dawn, I have to keep
Okay,
asking you.
Jennifer, you gotta go. I totally understand. Dawn and Mary's
Yeah.
on right now.
How many people are here?
10.
Girlfriend, Dawn, I'm talking to you. How many people
I
are here
said
now?
10. There's a like a gnat flying around. 10.
10. All right, well, there's still people here. Now, is anybody here from YouTube who I invited over here? Because there was two people that sounded interested in coming. And sometimes I heard that my friend Laura from Long Island has watched us and she doesn't type anything in the comments.
Well, hi
So,
Laura, if you're here.
yeah, hi Laura, if you're here. Hi. She probably would
I
have
get
left
to meet,
at
I
the
get to
peace
meet
stuff. I
Mara
can't
and
imagine.
Cindy.
You're gonna,
Meet
yeah,
everybody.
you're gonna meet everybody in my
You
that I
already know
know.
my whole family. Well, not the whole family, but you know a lot of who's close to me. And
You're gonna
so
meet everyone that I pretty much
I can't wait to
obvious.
meet Tony in person.
I almost guarantee that he's not gonna
I,
say much to you.
I feel like I catch him off guard when he's right there, and I'm like,
I'm
"Hey,
gonna tell you
Tony."
something. I warn people ahead of time. He is not good in public settings. He doesn't talk a lot. He kind of goes, uh-huh. Like I'm like inappropriate way to meet people. You say, "Hi, nice to meet you. Welcome." And he's like he almost freezes up and he acts like a doofus. It's like, please be more like he's not outgoing.
Right.
He would rather
Right.
duck behind a tree than have a
Uh-huh.
conversation.
My dad used to
I
be like that.
I don't know.
So
How did
maybe
I
I
end up with
feel this
why
point
did
at
he
home
want a wedding where people would actually come and he'd have to have a conversation? I don't get it.
because he loves you.
I know he loves me. I think that's sweet, but like seriously, he's
You want to share what he said or no? What he
what?
told
What?
Well,
Which
I don't
thing?
want to
Was it the thing about the vows?
know.
Oh, I told him I was writing vows, and I said every time I read them, even to myself or try to read it out loud, I cry. And He says, you just have to show up and say yes. And I thought, it's so sweet. But and I wanted him, I thought it should be a moment when we like really express our true love for each other. But maybe he doesn't want to. Maybe he just wants to get married and get on with our lives. I don't know. Well, no, apparently not, because we ended up going. We didn't just elope. We should have eloped and gone on. I'm happy to meet you though.
You
I'm
could
I'm
have
really
saved all
happy.
your money, but
That's
then I
really
wouldn't
mean.
have got to go see you.
I know. That's why I'm happy it's happening. But if we just had, if we had done, let's say, a destination, and if anybody would have showed up there, that would have been good too. But and then we could have had a little honeymoon.
Yeah,
But
Mama, he is. I know. You waiting for him to go to your house. He didn't make it there yet. Lisa
yeah,
said
well,
that's so sweet.
what? About saying yes? That all I have to do is show
Huh?
up and say yes?
What you had said
But you can share the other thing. I don't really know what it was, but I'm sure I don't really
about him
care.
having warm feet.
Yeah, that was cute too. Because sometimes he's like grumpy, he comes home from work. Oh, and I said, you know how some people are like nasty drunks? He's a nasty sleep. He sleeps, falls asleep, and if you wake him up, he goes, ah! He's so disoriented. He's like very cranky. And I tell him that like when he's wide awake, I said, "Do you know you're a nasty sleep?" And he goes, "What do you mean?" I said, "You yell at me like, why are you looking at me? Why are you touching me?" And I'm like, it's like, dude, you've been sleeping on the couch for 3 hours. One day he thought it was the complete morning, and he's like, "Why are you waking me up so early?" And I go, "Early? It's not even like you didn't even go to bed yet."
I've done that,
And
thinking
I'm
it
like,
was a different day. That's what you
but
call some good sleep.
oh wow, he is so out like cold that, and then I'm scared of him. So sometimes I approach him with like a pillow. Not that he's gonna hurt me, but I'm just thinking I don't want to hear it.
Right.
So I'll just turn the lights off and leave him now. Like whatever. Do what you want, dude. The dog's going lick him, and I hear him going, stop licking me.
Look, I'm
I
just
let
sitting
the
here twirling Precious's tail, and she's like, she don't care.
so yeah, he has he says he doesn't have cold feet, he has warm feet, and I'm like, that's
That's
sweet.
so sweet. That
Well,
is sweet.
he's committed now, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what the reward is. Let's just hope that it's not like, I don't know what to say. I was nervous about it. I'm nervous. It's the first time for me. I'm very nervous.
Norton's
But
hungry.
yeah, part of the reason that I'm nervous is I don't know. I think it's the first. I think it's also having to stand in front of people and maybe have to talk. And how ridiculous is that? I never shut up normally. And the thought of talking in front of people like live is more scary,
I
like
hope
in person.
Victoria knows she's going to be busy Friday night. I hope she's not too tired.
Oh boy. Well,
It'll be fun. If you can be there, it'll be really fun. If not, it'll still be fun. But
well, that's another thing too. I mean, we do have different vehicles, and I'm sure that although that it's pretty far away from where I live, like to find my way home alone would be like
Mhm,
a little probably. I don't like driving in the dark alone or driving alone.
mhm.
So yeah, it would be nice. But the problem is the dogs and who's going to take if this dog does that to my ex who's coming to help me
Well, you can
out
bring them.
he's already not happy
Dogs
about.
are
Well,
loud.
maybe I can go home at a certain point when we feel sort of done with stuff, and I could go get, maybe I could just get, he's looking around all of a sudden. Maybe I could get this, oh yeah, now it's fine. So, and, but what if he like destroys the place you're staying at? Like, what if he starts chewing on things?
Well, we'll watch him. It's not like we're gonna be
But then
sleeping.
you want to be like doing some, let's say, last minute baking of cookies or something. We don't really want a dog around, do we? I don't know. I don't know. But I mean, I'd like for you to meet him. We'll figure it out. They'll have to be away. But he's 73 to 78 pounds, depending on the scale.
Wait,
And
wait, look.
he's
They said you can have up to 2 dogs under 60 pounds. That's all he weighs. Shh, he weighs 60 pounds. He weighs 59 and a half pounds.
well, between the two of them, they average out to that. So, I mean, Roxy's only 50, and he's like 73. So, oh, maybe Roxy's less. She could be like 48.
Oh,
I
my
don't know.
my baby's going to have surgery next on the 22nd. That's next week.
Ooh.
Bella,
Ro-
my doggy.
Ro- Roxy, come.
Yeah,
Norton's
Bella.
gonna shut up now. Now that we're gonna get off the air, back up.
Well, you
Back
feeding
up.
him. That's why.
Sit down. Yes.
And last time we weighed Bella, she was 65.
Yeah, that's a lot of dog too.
I told Suzy if I brought Bella there before we fix her, then we can have golden doodles.
That would be so cool. I would love that.
No, it would not be cool because I'd have to bring Bella home with all the mess.
Ooh.
There's
Well,
a golden doodle down the street, and it's the same color as Bella.
I'm just saying.
The only
I think
difference
that
is he's got that sexy tail, and she doesn't.
I think
She's got
that
a little poof.
wouldn't Norton make cute puppies though? I want to get him fixed too. It would be nice if he had puppies before
Yeah.
he got
No, I did the puppy thing with a poodle before, a big
Yeah.
poodle. And those little things, they pooped all over each other. I had to bathe them every day. Oh my God, it was a mess. It was a hot mess.
I'm thinking it was there's a channel on YouTube, and this golden retriever had about 10 puppies, and she was showing them every day, and it's just a couple weeks later, and they went from looking like little worms to like little baby I mean, they are little baby puppies, but like their
Well,
eyes
she's
are
a
open
horn
and they're
bitch.
running
They look like
around now.
puppies when... No,
But like
Lisa.
when they were teeny tiny when they came out, and their
Right.
eyes were shut and they were like wormy, and now
We'd
they're
have to give them to
so
all you guys.
adorable.
Jennifer would get one. Greg would get one. My sister would get one. My mama might get one. No, because let me tell you, my last poodle had 11 puppies.
You could sell each puppy for like $1,200.
It's not
Probably.
worth the money. It's a mess. It's a mess. And
You
Liza
need a
was she
you
was a good
didn't you
mom.
have a whelping box they call it? Like you could buy a really big kiddie pool
No,
from
we just fixed her a place in the bathroom in the back.
no, you need a whelping box that's like it's almost like you could get a baby pool from Walmart, or you
It
could
is a lot
construct
of work,
one.
Lisa. And I mean, I'd put during the day, like when she wasn't nursing, I'd put them in a playpen and they would poop on each other and they would walk through the pee and then I had to bathe them. Oh, it was just a mess. And she was a good mama, but it was a mess. It was a lot of work for us. And one of my friends got the biggest male and she named him Mad Dog. And then she got one for her mom. So, but then I was left with like 3 of them that I couldn't sell. That was just left over. So we gave those away to good families. So it was a mess. You're right, Regina. Too much work. It was a lot of work. And look, girl, you know my life. Do I look like
I
I have time for a
you
puppy?
know
10 puppies or 11 puppies?
it no. However, I was thinking it might be nice for some of your children to watch that happen, maybe. Like now that they're older and could have no.
They can watch it
No.
on YouTube. There's plenty of them.
Okay. But I mean, like touching a little baby puppy and training it a little bit, it's kind of
No,
nice.
no, no.
I see the daughter of the woman who had the golden retriever puppies. She's already trying to socialize them. Like she's calling them over and she's petting them and she's letting them play with things
Well,
and she's putting them by the toys. And it's really fun to watch that.
Well, Bella is a
They're
pandemic.
obviously very good breeders and very, you
Right,
know,
yeah.
those puppies are going to
So,
be well behaved and sweet
right.
dogs, I
Well,
think.
Bella came from it is a full-time job, Regina. Bella came from a reputable breeder, and but she's a pandemic dog, and she didn't get socialized. So now when she sees another dog, she wants to run up to him and play, and she's so big, she don't know that they're so small. So she plays rough because she's so big. She doesn't
There
try to
was,
hurt them. Like my mom's neighbor had chickens. She didn't have any anymore because of the storm, but she had chickens. And one day Bella just cornered the chicken and she just like went over and was playing with it, you know. So then I had to grab the chicken and put it back over the fence. So and when she gets after the yeah, my sister breeds Bostons. She likes the little dogs. So yeah. But they cute. Bostons are cute, but they got a lot of energy. I like big dogs. My sister likes little dogs. And
lay
then
down,
but I bought this
sit,
one for my son and
sit down.
I ended up with it.
Good boy.
So
Wait.
that's why we have a little one, but she's so lovable, y'all. When I wake up in the
What
morning,
the?
the first thing she does, but she is truly a lap dog. When I get home, she barks at me and barks at me and barks until I pick her up. I mean, crazy. But Donna, what's the name of what kind of dog you had got the new one? Yeah, Lisa says big dogs all the way.
Did you hear him
I
burp
think,
really loud?
huh?
He burped so loud.
Yeah, Donna likes standard poodles. But what kind of dog you got? It's not a schnauzer, is it? She just got well, about 6 months ago, I think she got a new one.
Will you not boss me around so much, please?
Did you feed him?
I don't. Yes, I don't. I don't respond well to being bossed around, obviously, because I don't work for somebody
Yeah,
else.
she got a
You
schnauzer.
you must not boss me around. I do not enjoy that. Let's explain to him that in English.
Well, you have to say it in dog. Crazy. Give him a good bark. Wait, Precious like raise their head. He's like my mama that lost her mind. Now, my daughter Marie can make exactly like a dog, like a little dog. Yeah, I know. Donna's Boston passed away, just passed away.
I'm
That's
sorry.
Gigi was a Boston, right? This week. So cute dog, Regina says, but he bosses Susie around. And he
He
likes
really does.
to coffee tables.
He likes
Susie's coffee
everything.
table used to be about 12 inches high, now it's 8.
No, really, I had squared off legs and now they're round because he chewed off the edges and he chewed all the trim off of it. It's like beautiful trim and it's like it was gone one day. I came home, there were splinters on the floor and I was like, what happened here? And I was like, oh my God. And then one night he chewed on my shoe and broke it and I was like, ugh. And I'm like, how do I, when I had the other dogs, every time, well, one of them chewed on my shoe, and I kind of went a little bit like, no, you leave it. And like I was tapping the shoe on the floor saying, you leave this, you leave this. And what you're supposed to do is show them a shoe. And when they go to it, you go, no, leave it. Or and you keep saying it's mine. And then
Right.
you hand them a toy that they can have, and you say, this is your toy,
Mm-hmm.
mine. And then you kind of do the mine thing a lot. That's
Mm-hmm.
what Cindy does. And her dogs
Well,
are excellent dogs. My dogs,
my
I
my
leave the room and
neighbor,
they eat everything they can find.
that's a shame. Well, the neighbor behind me has a a German Shepherd girl, German Shepherd, and it's the same age as Bella. And then the neighbor across the street, the front of me, just got two. They look like maybe they're half lab, half pit. And every time I bring Bella out, like Bella, any distraction, she stops what she's doing to look or wanna. And she almost pulled my arm out of socket, taking off running after the neighbor's dog. So, and they don't leash their dog. So every time I take out, they come over and they look like they got impetigo, one of them. And it's like, get back over there, you know?
I don't
It's like
even know
leave the
what that
dog
is.
at your
If it's
house. The only time
aggressive.
mine goes in somebody's yard is when she breaks through the door when they open it and they don't, watch, but we go get her right away. Hey, Haley, you're kind of late, honey.
Hey, Haley.
Haley is my daughter. You are very
Hi.
late. So
You're
that's
tardy
it.
to the party.
You tardy to the party is right. I hope what you needed to talk to me about on the phone wasn't important. If it is, let me know. Haley's a hot mess too. I just want y'all to know.
This is an exciting, you're gonna get her banned just for showing you.
So, in case y'all don't know, I have 6 children. So, hey, Ashley. Ashley's late to the party. So, I have 6 kids. I have 4 boys, 2 girls.
Hi, Ashley.
So,
Is he chasing his tail? Can you see?
mm-hmm. Keep it
What
still
else?
Mel, so you can grab it. Bella's only did that a couple times.
I'm wondering if he probably, I mean, he doesn't like when I clean him in his Netherlands, but I'm wondering if he wants to reach places he cannot reach. That's my concern, that's why he's chasing his tail. Like he's got an itch somewhere and
Hmm.
he's just he's like a very dramatic dog.
Haley says she's been very busy. Hmm. I hope it was like cooking her mom some keto soup or something, like, broccoli, cheese, keto soup. And Ashley was cutting grass.
Well,
Have
that's
you
noble. I got a lot of grass to cut. Well, half of my yard is grass, half is dirt. There's not that much
Belle
grass.
says she needs to find some kind of kid with cheap prices and mow her yard. Grass is
Where
getting
are
tough.
those kids?
Be
Where were those
fine.
kids that used to do like they would help you out? You give them $20 and they'd like really help you out.
They
They
don't.
don't
They don't
exist.
exist. They don't want to do it. They don't want to be in the sun.
Their parents give them the
Yeah,
20 bucks just for
Haley has
living.
been dealing with insurance, and they may have to gut their house because now they have mold growing due to the hurricane, and her insurance has gone out of business. So keep Haley in your prayers, guys, because her and Becca, because I don't know what's going to happen. But you have that through the insurance commissioner. There's some kind of insurance you can get if your insurance goes under or something. But yeah, it's not good. So praying for you, but hell, I hope it all
Well,
works.
next, I mean,
So
I
they
don't
may have
know
to get
if
a
there's
FEMA
any
trailer to
guarantees,
live in.
but if you could ever get insurance again, go with a nationwide
Right.
company or
I know my
something.
sister-in-law's insurance went bankrupt, so her house is sitting gutted, and they're in a FEMA trailer, and it's sad. It really is sad, you know.
I know that
And
when
these
the
a lot
first
of these trailers are campers, so they're really small. Now Haley's getting ready. Becca's dad is fixing to come live with them, so and he's handicapped now, so hopefully they'll be able to get a bigger trailer because I mean they wouldn't be able to do a camper. So yeah, it's
now
sad.
let me ask you a question. You're down there where everybody got hit hard. Is FEMA still taking claims and stuff? Are they still dealing with
They
stuff?
had
Because
Kenneth.
up here they said no way. It was like you
Google's
had
listening
about a
to me.
month and then nothing.
So no, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of blue roofs still here. When you pass through neighborhoods, you can see that houses are still gutted, like the ones who have the FEMA trailers in front. A lot of houses are gutted. It's sad. It really
There's a
is.
lot of there's a lot of tear down houses here too. Like if I go on the internet and I look in New Jersey and any house is like less than 300 grand, usually there's something really, really, sadly, really, really wrong with it.
Right.
And they'll say like our whole first floor was flooded or our basement was flooded or they'll say that the house is pretty much fallen down around
Mm-hmm.
everything and it's a complete tear down. So, it's like that's what you're getting for they're still trying to charge
Right.
250 grand for a tear down. That's like you
Right.
have to first
It's
get rid of that
ridiculous,
house.
and you can't find. Um,
Hi, New
hey
England
there, New
journalist.
England. I never can say
Journalist?
journalist.
Drone a list. Drone a
What
list.
you
How do you
doing?
say?
Oh my God. Greg says he's only had Dotson. That's what Haley has, Greg, and it's so fat.
Mini.
I don't know how it walks.
A mini Dachshund. It's like a teeny tiny.
No,
That
Haley has
must
a
be
huge one.
adorable.
And I don't know if y'all, and I always say this, and Haley's gonna kill me, but you know when in the Shrek movie when Shrek blew up the animals to like balloons, that's what Paisley looks like, and they call her Pee Pee. And then she has a Chihuahua mix. That's the biggest damn Chihuahua I ever seen.
I'm about to unplug my phone.
She's 25 pounds. She looks like she's about 45 pounds, Haley. So how's it going, Barry? What you been up to? So Haley, if y'all get a FEMA trail, where y'all gonna put everybody? Hopefully, get my sister-in-law. They gave her a big one. It's like a regular mobile home, pretty much. So you know, I don't know. It's crazy, just crazy, just crazy.
It is crazy. I'm almost sorry I didn't try to get a little help, but I think I just like I said, I put the FEMA wasn't helping until you went through your insurance and they were trying to pick up maybe some gaps, but my deductible I had just raised it from probably like less than 1,000 to like almost 5,000. I don't know what I did. I just did something kind of silly thinking I don't know how much, but it was my deductible was so high that I thought I could probably get something stupidly repaired for that amount of
Mhm.
money and not
Right,
deal with insurance, but it's not true. It's really not true. Like, because there
right,
was so much more wrong. Like the
exactly.
panels of my porch were falling off and my ceiling was, I mean, the roof was leaking over there.
Right.
I have a whole wet wall. I had mold growing on the side of my stairs. I shouldn't say this out loud. If the guy who wants to buy my house is watching now, he'll offer me 100 less. 'Cause
uh, New England said he's been filming.
well, that's good.
Cool. Lisa's sending prayers,
Yeah,
Haley.
I hope it works out. We'll pray for you.
Yeah, it's
We'll send
crazy.
it. We'll send the good vibes if we're not praying kinds.
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully it'll all work out. But they opened their cabinets and there was nothing but mold in there.
Oh, really? That's frightening.
Yeah, yeah.
Someone's asking how old your dog is.
Three, I think. Haley, how old is Haley's dog and my dog is about a couple days apart. So this is
Oh,
Precious,
cute.
my little
Precious.
Ewok.
Where my precious?
She's
Thank
rotten.
you.
She is so rotten. She stinks. I think she's about three. Haley, how old is she? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
You should have strong arms from
I
carrying a
do.
dog
I'm
around all the
always
time.
holding her. Always holding her.
I don't know.
Thank you, Regina. Oh, you have six daughters?
That's
Oh,
a lot
wow.
of
I thought
daughters.
three, five.
Six
Oh,
daughters.
fun.
That's
Having fun. Yeah, life is good with a dog. My husband's like, I don't want another dog after our last one passed. But
Precious is
there we go.
5.
Now we have two. So,
Doesn't tie much on.
I know time does march on. I mean, I asked Haley how old she was, and when she told me, I was like, "Nah, you're not that old." But so I don't know.
People ask
Time.
me how old Tony's son is, and I say I think I don't know. He has to be around 32 or 3 or 4, and I don't really
Mhm.
know, you know.
Well, all but one is between 30 and 38. See, it's so good to have you kids keep up with your stuff. So
He might be
July
34, maybe,
28th was
35.
Precious's birthday.
All I know is we went to his 30th party, and it was before COVID. So
You're
we
right,
gotta
Belle.
add.
She said Precious made 5. We say
That's
a
like
lot of
assuming that she's on her last. It would sound like for us, if they made it to the next year, it would be that they were ailing in some way. And it
right.
was
No.
surprising that they made it. You talk so differently. I could tell when people write letters on or write me direct messages on
Oh,
YouTube
that's
that
awesome,
they're
Barry.
foreign.
That's cool. We do. I mean, Susie and I laugh at each other all the time. She goes, "You what?"
Well,
You
it's
know.
it's the mayonnaise, and even within your own family, you say it differently, which is funny.
Mm-hmm.
M- My
Like my mama, like when we go to Subway,
mayonnaise,
she says, "I want mayonnaise," and they go, "What?"
mayonnaise is your naise, your naise is my naise.
Oh
Hmm.
God.
From the hero sandwich
Mm-hmm.
to the
Yep.
tuna
You know,
salad.
we,
You
we
don't even
make
eat
our
tuna salad.
groceries, and we have buggies, and it's how's your mama and them, and I
What? It has
pass
your
my
what? Wait,
huh.
wait, wait. What did you say after we have the buggies and it has your
Oh, and I said we ask people how's your mom and them,
how's your
how's your mom,
mom and them?
how's your
Mom and
mom,
them? Mom and them.
meaning how's your mom and your family.
How's your mom and them? It sounds like humana humana humana.
It's like it's like how's your mama and them, but it's like how's your mom
Mom
and
and them?
them. Yeah.
Monoman? How's your ottoman? My ottoman.
Yeah,
It's
Donna says
rich.
she catches herself saying it like mama. But when we went to Subway,
Mom
they
and them.
go, mine is, you know.
Mine is?
And if I pass by my mom's, it means I'm gonna stop. My friend from Alabama was here, and I said, "Let's go pass by my mom." She goes, "Don't, aren't you gonna stop? You're just gonna pass by,
That's what it sounds like to me.
right?
You know,
We're gonna pass
maybe
by."
this thing is giving me a
And I
headache.
save my dishes and I save my clothes. I don't put them away.
Wait, what is that means what?
When I'm, washing dishes, I I save my dishes and I save my laundry. Means I'm putting
That
them away. Like y'all say, I'm putting them away.
oh, we say
So somebody asked,
we're emptying the dishwasher is what we say.
all right, bye, Barry. Thanks for
Bye.
stopping by. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's like,
I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try
so
to
are
don't
you
say
gonna save,
anything.
so you can save your dishes today and you can save your laundry.
Ah,
Somebody asked me once, what are you saving them for? I don't know.
oh, I took off that headset. Maybe that's what was giving me a headache.
I don't know. I can still hear you just fine.
Oh wow, that was painful. That was really painful having that on for so long.
Right.
I have too much stuff touching. I don't like when things touch my head. My
Me,
glasses
well,
are
I
on there,
can't because
and
of
that
my
thing.
trigeminal neuralgia. I can't have stuff touch my head or my face. So not, for a long time.
Maybe Norton was missing hearing your side of the story because he just heard me talking to nothing, and then he didn't hear somebody responding. It might have been like off
Lisa,
putting.
I just save them in the cabinets until the next time we need them. It might have
That's
been my friend
weird.
from Alabama that asked me that. What you saving them for, Dawn?
What you
Um,
saving them for? That's how she
Right.
sounds.
Yeah,
She
what
sounds
you
like,
saving them for, Don?
what you saving them for?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're
I just
saving them
that's
for
what we
another
grew
night.
up saying. Donna, do you save your dishes and your laundry? And you know who asked me that? Becca, Haley's wife. That's who asked me that.
I don't. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't even always put my stuff away.
So
Sometimes I
Becca's
just leave
mom,
it in a bin.
Becca's
Like a,
mom cooked this full course, multi-course meal, and she came to stay here for a week. And one day I had cooked like breaded pork chops, and it's like I didn't fix nothing else with it. It was like, find your own whatever you want to eat with it. And she told me, she goes, no sides.
I was really big on that. Like when I cook, I had a hard time making side dishes that would come out at the same time, or even just doing it. So I sometimes, my idea of a side is like, I'm gonna put lettuce on your plate, and that's your side.
I mean, sometimes if I fried chicken, that's all they getting is fried chicken. They can
Well,
figure it
that's
out for
that, to
themselves.
me. My mom never made a lot of sides either. She would put it. That phone doesn't stop ringing. I am throwing it up into the yard. I'm sorry.
Right, Belle? Because you don't save the styrofoam and the plastic. You just throw it away. Although my mom washes the paper plates,
What
so
is
I'm
with
just
the phone calls today? Was it National Call Suzy Day? Let's see.
I had like 3 scam calls while we were sitting here.
Sometimes it doesn't ring for 2 days, 3 days, and then
Right.
some days it rings all day long. And I think like, do they re? Ooh, hello.
What? You're purring like a kitty cat
And then they hang up on me.
because they're trying to get your number. That's all. They
What do you
probably
mean they're trying to get my
they
number? They're trying to see
probably
if I'm a human alive?
well they're trying to see if your number is active, or they spoof your number to somebody else. Mr. Southern Fines, you back again? I am still on. Now he's here for lunch. So I didn't know you left the first time.
I want to unplug it. It's I've been called about 10 times during this
Right.
broadcast.
That's funny. Yep. I don't know. And
I
we
don't
don't have a sink. We got a zinc.
a zinc?
You putting that in the zinc? You gonna wash your dishes in your zinc?
No. What do we say that's funny? Because I don't even know.
A zinc.
No, but
Zink
I know
instead of a
we
sink.
say sink. What else? I mean, I say squirrel, and you think that that's fun. Almost everybody, even in New Jersey, thinks that that's strange. Honestly, I'll tell you the truth. It was the way I always said squirrel.
It was such yeah. Somebody come in the store and said there was a national hurricane hotline. Yeah, right. We say business, you got a business instead of business. Oh my God.
We would say mind your own business.
And we ask somebody. We don't ask them. We ask them.
Axe. Well, see now,
Can you
axe
ask?
is like
Can you ask Mama? Yeah,
wooder. Oh, wooder. Well, instead of water, wooder.
water.
Do you know
Yeah.
the axe thing is very like people up north will pick on you to no end if you say axe. It's
Right.
sort of like it's like a no-no here. It's very like frowned upon to say
Uh,
axe. Like it
everybody has an
makes
idea instead of an
idea.
idea. An
Well, an
idea.
idea almost sounds like people who lived in Queens
Right,
said
Greg?
that.
That
They used to
doesn't
say
sound good.
Earl instead of oil. Earl, I gotta go get my
My
oil
mom does
change.
because she cannot say oil to save her soul.
She says Earl too.
Yeah, she
That's
does.
Queens. I had relatives from Flushing, New York, and Queens, and they used to say Earl. Change the Earl in
It's
the
funny. The different cultures,
My
different
father used to say
regions.
lawyer. Like he used to say lawyer, funny, and we would say lawyer, like lawyer, lawyer. We say lawyer, and he said something a little different, which sounded funny. I had a friend who used to say eggs, and I go, "You mean eggs?" eggs. She said eggs, like they sound like AGGS. Eggs, eggs. And she said Landry, Landry. And I'm like, you're just from New Jersey. Why do you sound so different from New York?
Belle
We
says
said,
her
but the people
mom,
I met, she was just weird because all the
her
other
mom
people I
would say
met in New Jersey
tile
said
instead of towel.
lawn.
Well, my
Lawn.
daughter-in-law says she's going to take a shower. She's from
Shower?
Tennessee. A shower instead
That
of
sounds like
shower.
like a borough in England, a shire.
Yeah, she's going to take a shower, and then she's
Tall?
going to eat. And then she's going to eat rice for supper.
That sounds like a
Right,
kind of a fish.
rice,
Right.
rice.
Right. Potato? What do you say?
What
Lawyer.
is it? What is Becca's? Oh, Becca calls them taters. We say potatoes.
Lawyer. Lawyer. Lawyer.
Yeah, we say lawyer,
Lawyer.
or I say boat,
What?
boat,
Wait.
boat.
Boat?
Instead of boat, I say boat,
Boat.
boat.
Like, so you don't pronounce the T a lot.
I guess.
I was trying to say, well, that doesn't sound that weird to me. Boat. I say bowl.
I know you do, just like squirrel.
I'll say
She has lots of bowls and squirrels.
bowls. Hand me the bowl. And then I try to say it right. And then I'm like, don't. If
Now,
you correct
sometimes when
me,
you say you have a conversation going and you say it fast, you say squirrel instead of squirrel.
I say squirrel. Squirrel.
You say squirrel.
Squirrel. Squirrel.
Yeah, you do
The
say
squirrel.
it. It doesn't sound as like squirrely. If you
Squirrel. When I'm talking about the squirrels, I saw a squirrel. And then sometimes, because you know why? Because I keep getting corrected. And I said, you're going to correct the fun out of me.
Right.
If you keep
No, I
correcting
love
me.
it. Keep saying squirrel.
If everybody does it. Well, I met a woman from England and she said squirrel. And I said, thank you.
Right,
Someone,
Greg? Let me tell you. Here, if some like Suzy would come visit, I'm like, hey, Suzy, you want a Coke? And then she says, yeah. I'm like, what kind? Like, you want strawberry, Pepsi,
who has
7-Up?
strawberry soda
What
anyway?
kind of Coke do you want?
There's no such thing as strawberry soda.
Yeah,
We
they
say
do.
soda. We say soda.
My dad used to call it pop.
But we don't have strawberry soda. That sounds like geeky.
We do. We have strawberry soda here.
Oh.
It's good too.
I know you have Fanta.
Dixie has their brand, the Czech drinks, and their diet strawberry soda is the bomb.
Oh, diet. I would probably try.
Yeah.
But I don't know. If it's too sweet, it has to have a little tang.
No, it doesn't. It's good.
Okay, now my mom said I used to say tour wrong. And she's like, what are you saying tour? And I'm like, tour. And she's like, it's tour. And I'm like, well, I'm saying that. And she's like, no, you're not. And I'm like, I'm saying tour. What do you say?
You see, Fanta makes a strawberry. My husband is addicted to orange Fanta. That's what he drinks all the time.
Pretty
Big Red
much.
is a strawberry soda. Are those local though?
I'm gonna tell you, we don't have strawberry soda. That I think we don't have strawberry soda. There might be like a store line of soda. If you need strawberry soda, you might want to bring it with you because I don't notice strawberry soda in New Jersey.
I want to bring you a strawberry soda.
I noticed that we have. Well, we have.
I'm gonna bring you a strawberry Coke.
Have you ever had a Fresca?
I love Fresca.
All right. Well, every once in a while I still see Fresca, but when I say Fresca to people, they go, "What, are you living in the 70s?" And I go,
Walmart sells it now.
I've drunk Fresca all along.
Walmart sells
it's
diet
not like
Fresca.
it was from the 70s. I mean, if I said, what was that diet soda that we used to have in the 70s? I mean, it wasn't RC Cola. It was Tabs. Yeah, that's putting yourself in a
disgusting
time warp. Yeah, that was gross, wasn't it?
Sister-in-law.
And the cans were different. And they had like the flip lids and like or the things you almost. I don't know. There was a lot of different ways to open sodas over the years.
So what kind of Coke you want me to bring you when I come? That's different. Do y'all have Barks root beer?
Yeah, yeah. I don't
Okay.
like root beer that much. It doesn't appeal to me. I even if you put ice cream in it, I feel like you're wasting the ice cream. I want, but I would like a Coke float. Like if
I like Dr. Pepper floats.
and I think actually like a straw like orange would probably be good with vanilla ice cream.
Yeah, that would be good.
Vanilla. How do you say that?
Vanilla.
Vanilla?
Vanilla. How do you say it?
Vanilla. We say
Vanilla.
vanilla. Vanilla.
Vanilla. Ah, Donna said that too. Like, you talking about the Dr. Pepper float? Yes, that is like the bomb. You can go to Sonic and get any kind of float you want.
Whatever floats your boat.
Yeah, whatever
Go
floats your
there.
boat.
Those commercials with Sonic, they used to have like the most fattening things. How many fattening things can you put into one big cup at one time? Because they were saying
Right,
we'll mix in candy,
right.
we'll
See,
mix in syrup, we'll mix in whipped cream, and I'm like,
right,
why don't you mix in my metformin? Because I'm gonna become diabetic after having
right.
it. It's
See,
like,
Bella likes Dr. Pepper floats too. Maybe it's just a local thing. They are so good.
well, I've put coffee in cola. Now tell me that's not weird.
Yeah, that's a little
Well,
weird.
coffee, like a regular prepared coffee, like with milk and sweetener,
Mm,
I have poured it into diet soda and drunk that.
that's
That's
gross. That sounds gross.
you're
I'm not gonna
saying
say it's
it's
gross.
gross.
I've never tried it, but it sounds gross.
They had coffee flavored Coca-Cola here for a while that they were
Ah,
promoting. And I thought, see, now if I do it and everybody thinks it's gross, they're actually marketing it for people.
right. Okay. I'm gonna bring you some andouille.
I don't like andouille, don't bother. It's
You, oh, you
okay.
don't like it?
I don't. I don't like. I mean, I've had it. I feel I've had it. They offer it, and I've had it. It's too spicy for me.
Mm-mm. We don't. I don't get the spicy one, and y'all don't have andouille like we have.
Probably
Y'all have
not.
sausage.
We have. You know what? There. I go through phases.
Ours comes straight from the smokehouse.
I'm gonna talk to you. I there's times where I go through phases where I don't want to eat bacon. It doesn't appeal to me, and then sometimes I love it, and then sometimes I don't want to eat sausage, and then sometimes I love it. It's hard. Sausage to me is weird. Like I've had kielbasa from a Polish deli and thought it was delicious. But if you buy the kielbasa that's in the, I want to say plastic wrap in the supermarket, I find it like I don't like the way it tastes at all.
This doesn't come in plastic wrap. It comes wrapped
Well,
in butcher
I'm
paper.
sure. Well, I'll try anything,
Wow.
probably.
Just don't.
Yeah.
Just ditch it if you don't like it. I bet you Tony would eat it.
Yeah. No, I'll
Andouille is
try. I
delicious.
mean, I would love to try stuff, and you have to try Taylor ham, which is known as pork roll. If you come here,
Yeah,
I
it's not a blood
actually
sausage or boudin. It's it's like a smoked sausage, but different. It's smoked for longer. It has a more smoky flavor. It has more hunks of meat in it. It's not like soft like a boudin would be.
well,
And
I would never want
it's
a boudin for
fatter, it's
sure.
bigger, it's bigger, and that's what we use to make gumbo with.
All right, there we have something up here that they use a lot called chorizo, and I
Hmm.
really don't like that. I really
Hmm.
don't like that. I mean, I ugh. No, I mean it's spicy. It's spiced with a spice that like bothers me.
Okay, tell me what you'd like me to bring you.
Well, I don't like anything with Old Bay for sure.
Well, I
So
don't,
that
we
doesn't
don't,
appeal to
that's not
me.
us. Obey is not us. If we're gonna season like a boil, it'll say crawfish boil.
But you see, everything up here, if it's called a boil, they boil it with that Old Bay, and ugh,
Mhm.
I don't
Yeah, we
like
don't,
it.
we do boils with crawfish boil.
I just like it to be in like maybe salted water, and then I like my seafood like either steamed or boiled, and then I like it with butter. Like if you have I mean, lately you cannot even afford to have a lobster tail because they're so expensive. But I used to
Yeah.
enjoy a lobster that was, they called it steamed, but it really was boiled, I think.
Well, I'll
And
bring
it's
you
just
some
the plain
Zatarans.
meat Dunkin' in butter, man. That's what's
Right.
good.
I'll bring you some Zatarans, but if you boil something in it, you have to not put too much if you don't
Okay,
like it pepper.
I'm
But
gonna go in the
the
store.
smell of it will like choke you.
I'm gonna tell you something. I have Zatarans. They have Zatarans brand here, but they don't have everything. I think they have like probably jambalaya,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's
But
it.
that's
Like they
not like
don't have all the other kinds of things that you
right.
have.
But that's not real jambalaya.
Well, I'm telling
Not
you
like
that
we would cook it. Like we cook jambalaya, which is rice with a brown base, and then we cook pastalaya, which is the pasta noodles that they make it with. And then I always cook what I grew up on called red rice, and it's a jambalaya with it's a tomato base
but what else you put in it? It's not just
sausage.
oh.
Sausage. Some people add shrimp, or some people add don't laugh weenies, like hot dogs in it. But I can't do that, and it's very good. Don't knock it. Don't knock it. And
My
John
mom
won't
used to
eat it with
take
hot dogs in it. So
my mom used to take like Bush's baked bean kind of things, or but she probably used Campbell's baked beans, which were nasty, and she
right,
would put and then she would put hot dog chunks, and then she would put a little bit of like she put like a little bit of mustard and like a little bit. My mom was the worst. I hate to say it. She wasn't a good cook. She would
uh-huh.
burn stuff and make it like so dry that you had to like, she would throw tons of ketchup on everything. And I
Hmm.
know why, because it had no good taste. It was all overdone. She never used like butters or oils because she had a bad
Hmm.
gallbladder and she thought that she was saving herself. She should have just had that thing out, man. She would take
Right,
a cut chicken cutlet, put it with some like breadcrumbs and throw it in the oven until it was leather, and then think that we were gonna like enjoy our
enjoy
food.
it.
Ugh.
Right,
It was
right.
horrible. I fry everything in olive oil, and I mean, I saute stuff and I season it with like seasoning. I like my blend of seasoning now does have Tony's in it, but
Uh-huh.
I put garlic, I put a little onion powder, I put thyme and rosemary and pepper, and I put paprika,
Okay.
and I
Well,
make a
all I
blend.
use is Tony's. Unless something like if you're cooking seafood, you have to usually add a little bit more salt. So I'll do that. But for the most part, Tony's garlic, you know. But as far as salt and pepper goes, it's just usually Tony's, and I put it in everything. But I don't like stuff so pepper where you can't eat it, which some people do. Like two of my kids like it so pepper. I mean, they add extra or they add hot sauce, stuff like that. So,
Do you think? Well, I chorizo isn't just Mexican. I don't think. I mean, I believe that it is a Spanish named sausage, but like the people that live in my area are there's fewer Mexicans, there's more Central Americans,
hmm.
and which is very close to Mexico. And we have a couple of Mexicans. I mean, and then there's some Puerto Ricans, but they do have chorizo here a lot. Like I think that the caterer I was going to use for the wedding happens to be
Hmm.
from Latin America. I don't know from what country, but I know he offers stuff with chorizo, and I don't want it. Like
Hmm.
I said, nah,
Yeah.
86 that idea. But I thought that when he said that he had Creole, he called it Crillo, Criollo, Criolla,
Hmm.
Criolla, so like
Creole.
seasoning. Like it's kind of his idea of Creole. I thought was like a tomato based with pepper and onions, and
Hmm.
like, but I mean green pepper and onions, like that Trinity kind of thing. Except so I ordered rice that was, he called it Spanish rice, but I think it's just going to have yellow coloring and maybe like a
Mm-hmm.
little bit of like pepper in it. I can change around the menu a
Mm-hmm.
little, but I
Right.
don't know if anybody's going to, we're not like intent, we're not really huge rice eaters usually. I just wanted to have
Mhm.
rice for our gluten-free
Right.
friends, and if it
Well,
was vegetarian.
Becca laughed because when she went in our Walmart in the middle, you know how they feature things, she does. We have rice, and she said they have potatoes in their main aisle. So
We have potatoes. We're It's like potatoes, onions. If Jersey's still here, she knows. It's like rice is almost hard to find in some stores. Like if you
wow.
wanted, there was a time during the pandemic, like we would. There's a area on the like across from the pasta, and it's on the lower shelves,
Uh-huh.
and you can find rice. Or sometimes you can find it in the Spanish aisle. And in
Right.
one supermarket I go to, there's an Asian aisle, and then they have a
Uh-huh.
couple of
No,
like
we have a
whiter
big
grains.
section of rice. It's very big. Oh, my mama says John's over there cutting and weed eating her grass.
That's nice.
I'm so happy, Mom.
Nice.
Oh, and Mama, the contractor said he'll have your thing tomorrow. So that ought
My
to make her happy.
my Tony is a fan of like the vegetables. I've been making a lot of vegetable dishes because I'm telling him we don't have to have carbohydrates as a side dish anymore, or at least till the wedding. So he he grows vegetables in his yard, and we've been eating them. They're really pretty good. I mean, like some of them are delicious. I made
Uh-huh.
him buy a yellow tomato plant that gets these, like they look like this big,
Right.
and they're very sweet. Sometimes the skins are a little tough, but the flavor is delicious.
Yeah, you can buy those at Sam's. Can I send him over to cut yours? You might not want him. He's very rough and tough. Like he may run over your flowers and shit. Right. Well, you're just about ready because
Yep.
hubby's here and I have to go to the shop to mail my package, my one baggage. But I have to do that. So, all
Somebody's laughing
right,
in your.
buddy. That's Marie and Garrett. Uh, was that my stop? Did you hear that glass? Oh shit! All right, let me go see what they're breaking in my house. And
Are you gonna turn it off and leave people hanging, or are you gonna go and come back and say what it was?
what did y'all break? You what? What did they break, Sean?
4 boxes of cups.
They dropped all my boxes of cups. Thomas fell on my box of cups. Yep, they better not be broken. But I can't say nothing because he comes home when I come home from the thrifting and he washes everything for me. So, all right, guys.
Have a great
Yeah, they
day.
got quiet, Haley.
Have a
So
good
till next
week.
week, hopefully this week, every week I say I'm going to put out a video, but who knows? I'll try. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, if life doesn't happen. So have a great day. Have a great week, and we will
Take care,
see
everybody.
you guys next week. Bye.
All
Bye,
right. Take care.
Donna.
Bye bye.
Bye, Heather. It takes a while to end this thing.